This is Grayson County Cougar football on K105. Tonight's Cougar football contest is sponsored by Future Designs Building Materials, Midway Pharmacy, Owensboro Health, Twin Lakes Medical Center, Scotty's Contracting, and Stone, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, Your Global Getaway, and by Grayson County School.
A cool Halloween night under the orange glow of stadium lights. One final chapter of the regular season awaits. The Cougars of Grayson County have clawed their way through trials and triumphs, growing stronger with every Friday night fight. Now they enter Raider country. Not for tricks, but for one more test before November football begins. For Hart County, it's pride. For Grayson County, it's preparation. Under the mask of Halloween, the Cougars hunt for momentum and a message. They're not done yet. And a good evening and welcome inside the broadcast booth here at Hart County High School for tonight's coverage of Cougar football on K105. I'm Sam Gormley. He's the former Cougar, John Decker. And John, it's wild how fast this season has gone along. But this is one last test the Cougars get before the most important game of the season next week.
Yeah, like you said, it's just preparation, getting ready for next week, mainly making sure we get out of here healthy and ready for next week to play the Red Devils.
And you got to give Brian Jones a lot of props because last week you play Bowling Green. You know, only back-to-back state championships. This week you're playing Hart County, who over the last 4 years is 41-7. Yes. And has lost like 3 games in the regular season in the last couple of seasons.
They've been really good.
Big tests going into Owensboro next week.
Yeah, it's a big test, and you're coming after a really motivated team at senior night here. They've had the loss of a player, so this team's going to be really motivated to leave here tonight with a win, so we're going to have to play real hard.
Welcome into the Locker Room Show, brought to you by our friends at Hometown Hangout. Make sure to stop by and see them before, during, and after every Grayson County game. They got the Mr. Spirit Wall in there, got some good wings, good burgers and stuff,
yes,
too.
Good pork chop sandwich. Yeah.
It'd be nice if they could maybe give us some of those wings right now. We could chow down on some of those. But coming up, and we'll introduce you now to this broadcast introduce this matchup, rather, for Grayson County and Hart County. Grayson County entered the 4-5 record, 49-12 loss to Bowling Green last week. Cougars clinched the number 4 seed in the playoffs and will travel to Owensboro next week. It is Halloween, John. You want a Halloween stat?
Let's hear this one.
Grayson County, in the words of LeVar Ball, never lost on Halloween. They are 4-0 all time. 2014 beat Russell County. 2008 beat Muhlenberg South. 1997.
Brett County.
Look at that. Good memory. Won that game. And in 1975, Gamaliel was who the Cougars beat that night. You remember anything about that Brett game?
Yeah, I do. I remember the first annual Bubba the Bass Trophy, and we brought it home that night.
There you go. Good memory from him. He was on that team. Hart County 7-2. They have won 3 straight games, including last week's win against LaRue County. They don't lose at home. 15 straight regular season home games they've won. They have not lost at home since the 9th of September of 2022. And as we mentioned, 41-7 over the last 4 years. Coming up on the Locker Room Show, brought to you by our friends at Hometown Hangout. We'll introduce you to both squads, talk to the head coach, Brian Jones, and give you Decker's details. This is Cougar football on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
When you bundle home and auto, good things can happen. You get a local agent who can help you choose the right coverage for you at a price that's right for you.
Call State Farm agent Duda Hudson in Litchfield today.
It's Kyle's last spin on his turntable.
Yeah.
And the first day of Kira's new career in IT. When you donate to Goodwill, you help provide skills training and career placement. And the things you love start a new life too.
Cougar football on K105.
Hart County High School hosting the final game of the regular season for the 4-5 Grayson County Cougars. The Raiders, though, 7-2. As this is the hometown hangout locker room show for Hart County. John, we've talked about it. This team has been rolling over these last 4 seasons, 41-7 over those years. Jacob Shoulders is the starting quarterback. He doesn't pass a lot because they're going to run the ball with guys like Kanan Allen, Jake Crump, Gage Owens, and Eli Boone. But what they're going to do, John, is they run this kind of wing tee of sorts. They're going to just run the ball, pound it, and then bam, hit you play action, and they're going to go deep. And as a defense, and especially defensive line and linebackers, it's going to be really tough to keep an eye on who has the ball.
Yes, it is.
What is the key to stopping kind of that wing tee attack?
The main thing is keep everything funneled inside. You just want your defensive ends and outside linebackers to keep everything funneled to the middle because they're going to run a lot of sweeps probably and a lot of traps.
And they do. A lot of sweeps. Kanan Allen, 1,145 yards on only 86 carries. He's also got 435 yards through the air as well, receiving the ball. Jake Crump leads the team with 9 touchdowns. Gage Owens has 5 touchdowns as well. Jayshon Bunton, 6 catches, John, for 205 yards.
That's a pretty good average.
Only 34.2 yards per catch. He's their deep threat, and they're not going to be afraid to go to him. The offense, 33.4 points per game. Defensively, allowing about 21 points a game, 166 yards on the ground, pass defense 80.6. The thing with this Hart County squad is last week against LaRue County, the Hawks had some chances and had some movement with the ball on offense, especially on the ground. If the Cougars can run the ball like they did at times last week, they got a real shot tonight.
Yes, they do. And that was the thing I saw with the stats. The teams that can run the ball and run it consistently has a chance to beat this team.
They put your pants on the same way you do.
That's right.
Ryan Hawkins is the kicker. She is 29 of 32 on PA attempts. She's the first girl to ever suit up for Hart County football. Brian Jones and Grayson County's Cougars, they lost last week, but as we'll talk here in a moment, it was a lot closer than the matchup shows. This is Cougar football on K105.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Emma, did you hear? Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Hart County High School. The Cougars and Raiders about ready to roll. I might almost have to put Kaylor Decker's right here. We might need Kaylor's keys here or something. I see him standing right there. At least get his thoughts on it as they're leaving their headsets, because this is a interesting press box situation, John, because the matchup here is we are in with the Hart County coaching staff.
Which could be interesting.
It is. And this will be my third game that I've done here at Hart County High School, and it was interesting. The Cougars won 34-0 the first time. And it's really funny, John, when I'm saying here, let's put us on camera here if you're watching with us, is that literally John, if he just reaches his arm out, he'll be able to easily touch the Hart County. They're not in here right now, which is why we're talking about them. But it's really funny that me standing here, back in 2019, the Cougars won 34-0, and there's a moment, there was some crazy play that happened, and I'm like, yeah, touchdown, Cougars! And they're over there like, ugh! And then last time we were here, Hart County won 14-0, and they were like, woo! And, we're over here like, darn. So if you're hearing shouting and so on, it's not John. It's not Zach, and it's not Addison, our crew today. It is the Hart County coaching staff, so just to keep that in mind. Grayson County, though, last week, John, against Bowling Green. And I think we talked about this postgame. The final score is 49-12. And if you looked at the score, you probably thought, yep, that's about what we expected. But if you watched that game, if you were there, you watched our coverage, it was a lot closer than that.
It was pretty much a two-possession game, 1 to 2 possessions the whole game until right there at the end it got a little ugly.
And you think about it, Brian Jones went back and he said that the game was won on 10 plays. And
I said 6, so yeah.
Yeah, 10 plays is what he saw, that if they would have gone differently, it would have been a ball game. Even if half of them, you never really know what could happen, because with a team like Bowling Green, if it's a 7 to 10 point game late against Grayson County, they're probably thinking, what? And then they start to panic a little bit. So they got the opportunity last week against this Bowling Green squad here in this one. For Grayson County, Jake Bratchery's the starting quarterback, 527 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I think Jake is being a little more confident passing over these last couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah, he looks good. Like he said, the one possession he made a mistake last week is the RPO was there, and then they made an adjustment, and he just threw it to a spot. And so I think he's really improved.
It also helps when you have a guy like Ethan Mudd, who over these last 3 or 4 games has been outstanding.
Workhorse. 130, 40 yards a game the last 3 games, so yeah, workhorse.
He's just doing everything that a team needs. When you've got a quarterback that isn't as experienced, having a bell cow to rely on just makes his job that much easier.
Yeah, it does.
If you played with a great bell cow, it helps.
It does. It does. When you've got a guy you can turn around and hand the ball 25 times a game, it helps your quarterback out a whole lot.
Jamison Buster, too, is the speed back. Ethan Mudd will run you over. Jamison Buster will make you miss. And I'm interested to see how Brian Jones will find a way to get those 2 the ball and to try and test this Hart County defense.
Well, I do, too. And I think we're going to see Caden Tyner touch the ball maybe a little bit more tonight.
I like it. He had a punt return for a touchdown last week against Bowling Green. This defense for Grayson County has been up and down. They played really well against Warren Central, had some moments last week, and then there were some moments where, Bowling Green out Bowling Green.
Well, I was going to say just better athletes.
And as a team, that just means you have to be that much more perfect defensively, and sometimes that's hard.
It is. And it also helps that nobody plays both ways on Bowling Green. That makes a big difference.
It's a little bit more challenging, isn't it? Grayson County's coached by Brian Jones. We'll take a break, talk to him, get his thoughts on the matchup after this, as this is Cougar Football on K105.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Okay, time to see if I got it.
Yes!
It is my honor to welcome you to the class of 2029. See you, teacher! Congratulations and welcome to the Big Blue Nation!
Everyone deserves a bright future. Find your future at futurity.org.
I crave adventures that spark joy and create memories. Sailing the seas with Royal Caribbean or exploring the magic of Disney parks. And with your global getaway, my dreams are expertly crafted. From all-inclusive Caribbean resorts to tailor-made itineraries, Mark turns wanderlust into reality. Why settle for ordinary when you can have extraordinary?
Your global getaway. Expertise in unforgettable vacations. Call Mark at 270-296-0106 or visit yourglobalgetaway.com. Start living your travel dreams today.
Yes, start living your travel dreams today.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley joined now by head coach Brian Jones, the Grayson County Cougars. Coach, let's go back to Friday, the game against Bowling Green. Let's start off on the positive. What were the positives that you took away when you went back and watched it?
You know, I think up front, offensive line played really solid. I think Maddox Anderson probably had best game of his career so far. Ethan Mudd ran the ball exceptionally well. I thought Jake did a pretty good job managing the offense. You know, when we watched the film back, there was probably 10 or 12 plays that were negative on the offense side of the ball and almost exclusively self-inflicted, whether that be fumbled snap between the quarterback and the center, a couple of drop snaps in the gun, snap over the head, you know, things like that that sent our plays backwards. We did have, I think, 2 false start penalties. And so we just talked about how close, 10 or 12 plays, doesn't seem like a whole lot. But on that side of the ball, take those 10 or 12 plays out and kids really executed what we were wanting to do. We've run the ball, control the clock, do different things like that to give ourselves a chance in a game like that. And so, I think they did a really nice job of it there. Unfortunately, the first time that started to happen, it was a one-score game, and we had the ability to kind of go down and hopefully go in 21-18 or so into halftime and get the ball back coming out of half. If you execute there, go down and score points and put yourself to get the ball coming out of halftime, puts a lot of pressure on a team like them, and I think really builds some momentum in our part. It didn't go that way, but man, I just feel like we're right there on the verge of turning the corner and being in some games like that.
Camden Cornwell is a guy that I feel like is one of the epitomes of just a guy that loves football. He wants to be out there. I know he's been battling an injury most of the season and wants to get out there, and it means a lot to him for him to play well, I know. What have you seen from him growing into, I know, a leader on that defensive side of the ball and leading you all in tackles?
Yeah, I think he, like you said, he's somebody that loves to play the game. I think likes a lot of the aspects of the game, the physicality and the chess match of it, and I think he's grown up playing, and he's learning still how to play the position, and he's somebody that we're working with every week on reads and keys and just trying to make him as smart a player as he can be. I think you can play linebacker, especially middle linebacker, in certain defenses and not necessarily be the fastest guy on the field. But typically they're the smartest guy on that side of the ball and are able to anticipate things that are coming based on alignment and some different things that are happening. And so that's where really we've been trying to focus on him with his part of the game is how to try to put himself a step ahead based on what he's seeing. But he's done a really nice job, somebody that fights incredibly hard and wants to win as bad as anybody we have.
If I asked you one word to describe Hart County, I'm assuming the word is probably physical. They're about as physical of a team as you've faced all season long. How do you out-physical a physical team?
Well, I think you're just going to have to be fundamentally sound. Teams that are physical, if your steps are too big, if your head placement's not right, hand placement's not right, then a lot of things can be exposed and you're off balance, and just things look really bad. And if you don't wrap up on your tackle, the running backs run through them, and so I think you don't necessarily have to out physical them as far as beat them up, but you're going to have to be fundamentally very sound, or they're not only going to beat you up, they're going to expose you, and something that might have been a 3 to 5 yard play is a 10 to 15 yard play. Something that might have been a 5 yard play for you is a 2 yard play. So just different things like that, I feel like get exposed to when you play a really physical team. And look, I'll be the first one to say that we have not always responded well in those kind of games this season. And I think that's something we've improved upon throughout the year. I think early in the year, we did not like those kind of games at all. I really think that the identity is building itself in this group to be more of a physical, run the ball right at you, control the line of scrimmage, and things like that. And that's something that I've been really happy to see, especially with our linemen up front.
Hart County will lull you to sleep with a run, and then bam, hit you over the top for a deep pass. How do you find that balance on defense in not giving up the deep pass, but also not wanting them to get 5 yards every single time they run the ball?
Well, part of it's schematics, and trying to get lined up where you can defend the pass, but obviously they're going to hang their hat on the run, so that's got to be what you stop first. And so we want to get as many people as close to the ball as possible, while not putting ourselves in a bad position against the pass when they go play action, and being able to defend that. But you're going to have to defend it with as few people as possible, because if you get those people away from the football, they're definitely going to hurt you in the run game. So I think the first and foremost, you got to stop or do your best to try to slow down who they are, and that's a power run team. So we've focused on that and those run plays that that they're really good at, and then we'll clean up the back end, and we've just told the secondary to really focus on staying deep and staying in the pass as long as you can, because the play action can really hurt you. They're pretty good at it.
How do you move the ball against this team and pick up a win?
Well, going to have to play similar to what we did last week. You got to play with a chip on your shoulder, and with an attitude that's who we are and what we want to do and who we want to be. And so I still think there's some ways, though, that they play quite a bit of different defense. There's some ways for us to still run some of our option stuff. But we're going to go back to, things that have helped us in the past against the 3-3 stack, and try to get in some unbalanced formations and run more off tackle than between the tackles. And hopefully, if we can do our job up front, then I expect, Ethan and Buster to have, pretty solid nights. But here lately, we've been really good about picking that 3 to 4 yard up at a time and keep the clock running. And so we just got to do a really good job there, not have the negative plays, finish with points, and then that puts the pressure on them.
Coach, good luck. More comes up on the Hometown Hangout Locker Room Show after this.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a Future Designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMaster for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at SOHD.info.
Paying for your student's college can feel overwhelming. Scholarships and grants help, but they might not cover everything. That's where the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan comes in. With competitive low interest rates and no application, late, or other fees, the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan offers a smooth and affordable solution. Owned and managed by a state-based nonprofit lender, we're committed to helping families like yours. Apply today and take the next step in supporting their dreams. Visit KentuckyAdvantageLoan.com or call 800-988-6333 to learn more.
When I grow up, I want to be a ballerina.
Because dancing makes me happy. I get to entertain people, and nothing makes me feel more like me.
PI impacts millions of children's lives. Early and accurate diagnosis and treatment gives children like Olivia a chance to achieve their dreams.
It takes a great team to put on a show. It also takes a great team of caring people to keep a dream alive. And now my dreams are coming true.
For more information, visit our website at info4pi.org.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Cougar football on K105.
Cougars and Raiders of Hart County inching closer towards getting underway as we are just under 5 minutes. Welcome you back into the broadcast booth to the Hometown Hangout Locker Room Show as it's now time for Decker's Details, the keys to the Cougars getting back to 500 heading into playoffs.
To get back to 500, we're going to have to up front, or our front seven's going to have to play assignment football. Like I said, you're going to have to funnel everything to the middle LS wing tee and watch that play action pass and contain Keenan Allen.
I hope Keenan Allen's not coming out there. That would be a little bit of a problem.
But he's averaged, the last 2 weeks had over 200 yards a game, so we're going to have to slow him down and on offense turn around and feed Ethan Mudd.
There you go. Those are Decker's Details, the keys to a Grayson County victory. Hart County and Grayson County. Coming up next, this has been the Hometown Hangout Locker Room Show on K105.
For each life moment, your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. Your kids may be eligible now, even if you've applied before. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Get started now at insurekidsnow.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Measles cases are on the rise, but there's good news. The MMR vaccine is the safest way to protect yourself and your community from measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles isn't just a rash. It can lead to serious health issues like pneumonia and brain swelling, even in healthy kids. That's why doctors recommend 2 MMR doses for lifelong protection. And cost shouldn't be a barrier. Many vaccines are free, even without insurance. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. This message is paid for by Kentucky Voices for Health, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
This is Grayson County Cougar football on K105. Tonight's Cougar football contest is sponsored by Future Designs Building Materials, Midway Pharmacy, Owensboro Health, Twin Lakes Medical Center, Scotty's Contracting, and Stone, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, Your Global Getaway, and by Grayson County Schools.
Welcome to Munfordville, Kentucky and Hart County High School for the final game of the 2025 regular season. The Grayson County Cougars take on the Hart County Raiders. I'm Sam Gormley. He's the former Cougar, John Decker. John, it is crisp outside. I mean, I'm looking down here at the watch. It says 46 degrees.
Coldest kickoff time we've had, I guess.
Football weather, right?
Yes, it is.
No chance of rain, which is a good thing. It feels really quite nice out here today as Grayson County and Hart County inch closer towards getting underway here today. Hart County has won the toss. They want the football. Grayson County going to be kicking off from left to right. John, we were talking here, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what the Cougars do here in this situation. Do they kick it deep? Do you try an onside kick? It is Evan Hasty setting up, which has been a deep kick.
Deep kick, yeah. He's usually not the guy that's going to kick it onside. They're kind of playing for a little pooch kick, it looks like.
They are. As here we come, rolling back. Boone stands back at his own 15-yard line, and Hasty will kick it back. Actually, it is not Boone as it's caught at the 15-yard line by Allen. He goes up to the far side, runs into a wall at the 30-yard line, and is driven backwards after the play. Ethan Mudd and Drake Thompson were getting to know one another on that play as well. And the Hart County offense, led by the senior starting quarterback, Jacob Shoulders, trots out. Shoulders 40 of 79, 66, but it is Kanan Allen, their main running back. He is a stud for this Hart County team, but they are really going to get a lot of different guys the football throughout here tonight's contest. As officially the ball is going to get up to the 30-yard line for Hart County to open up. It's a run which you would pretty much classify as a borderline wing T. As the quarterback Shoulders goes under center, he has a fullback lined up behind him. Man in motion, shifts, and it's going to be a handoff to Crump on the right side. He breaks back towards the middle, gets it right up to about the 36-yard line. They had him for a stop of about 3 yards. Bryce Abersol brings him down, though, after a pickup of 6 up to the 36-yard line.
Nice little run up the middle there.
As Crump is a strong, big-bodied back, listed at 6'2". He is just keeps those legs moving, and John, he's 6'2", and he's probably 220 as well. Just a really big kid out there.
He is a good-sized fullback.
Lots of motion and lots of trying to get the Cougars outnumbered is what Hart County is going to try and do. Man in motion, swings around. It's a toss play to the near side of the field, turning upfield, and being slung down is Allen, about 2 yards short of the first down marker. Nice gang tackling by Grayson County to stop Allen for a pickup of about 2 yards. As it was Caden Tyner in on the tackle, up to the 38-yard line, gain of 2 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Raiders.
Yeah, and good job by Evan Hasty to funnel it back down inside there, keeping contained.
10 minutes, 40 seconds remaining, opening quarter. 3rd down and 2 from their own 38-yard line for Hart County. Shoulders under center. Wing back behind him. Misdirection handoff. It's Allen. He's got the edge. He's got the first down. Slung out of bounds. Up at the 42-yard line, Caden Tyner, another tackle for the Cougars. Not before, though. It is a gain of 4 yards and a first down for Hart County. It's another one of those plays where it is very hard to see really who is going to get the ball for the Raiders.
It is, and the defensive end let him get a little outside there, so our secondary had to come and make the tackle on that one.
1st down and 10. We've seen Allen touch the ball a couple of times tonight. Allen, 86 carries, 1,145 yards coming into today's game. He's also their leading receiver with nearly 500 receiving yards on only 17 catches. Man in motion. We're going to have a whistle blown, and that is going to be a false start called against the Raiders. Somebody got started a little bit quick. That'll move the ball backwards. It'll bring up 1st down and 15. When you're getting a team like this to play them behind the chains, though, John, you got to take advantage of it if you're this Grayson County defense.
You got to apply the pressure now.
First down 15 for the Raiders. Working from right to left on the radio dial, wearing all green jerseys. You got the orange tops, the orange helmets rather, and the orange numerals as well. The green and orange combo, not necessarily the most common.
No.
They look kind of like a Miami of sorts, would be the color combination that you're describing. Handoff right side, just barreling forward, but the Cougars do stop the running back Allen for a short pickup as he gets it down to the 39-yard line. A host of Cougars in on the tackle, led by Maddox Anderson. Gain of 2 for Allen. Second down, 13 for the Raiders. Hart County 7-2 this season. They will be hosting Hopkins County Central next week. The Raiders, this is their 5th straight home game. They opened up 5 straight on the road, 5 straight at home, and it'll be 6 straight next week. And then, presuming what would happen, they would be looking at potentially going to Murray in 2 weeks in the playoffs.
Long trip.
Indeed. Second down and 13. Man in motion shifts, play fake, shoulders, looking to pass, dumps it off over the middle. It's caught high, turling around at the 50-yard line and being stopped short of the first down marker. Ooh, that's going to be a generous spot.
Oh, real generous.
That is very generous. John, we have probably the best angle in the building, and that is not a good spot at all. They gave an extra yard to the catch to a number 1 who's not on our roster. That is enough to move the chains. I'm assuming that is probably Bunton.
Yeah, it was
it's to a number 1.
They gave him at least a yard on that.
Yeah, they did. First down and 10 for the Raiders. Now at the Grayson County 48-yard line. Motion shifts. Handoff to the fullback up the middle, diving forward across the 45-yard line, getting down to about the 42. Nice run on the play by Gage Owens.
Maddox Anderson was hanging on for dear life, and he was just dragging him.
6 yards on the gain for Owens. Second down and 4 coming up. It's hard really to describe if you're listening on radio just how much motion happens for the Raiders, because every single play, somebody is moving.
Yeah, there's always motion, especially in this wing team most of the time.
Wing back Allen to the right side. Got H-back on the left side. Allen goes in motion, giving another run to Owens, and he's wrapped up. Nice gang tackle hitting the 40-yard line, and another extremely generous spot as I think it was Will Vincent wraps up. I mean, John, that is an extra yard. Will Vincent stopped him at the 40. They give him down to the 39. We have pretty good angles on this.
Yeah, that's right in front of us.
Third down and 1. For the Raiders. 7:10 remaining here in this opening quarter, the opening drive of the game for Hart County. These are two teams that want to pound the rock.
This should be a fast-moving game with everybody wanting to run the ball.
It should. Owens lines up behind. They're going to give it to Owens. He goes right side. He's got the first down as he goes down to the 34-yard line. That'll move the chains. First down, Hart County. Lane Beasley, first man to make contact on Owens. Gain of 5 yards. Cougar defense is kind of, you're looking in these 3 plays pretty much. They're forcing third downs. They're getting 1 really good play and 2 not so great plays.
Yeah, they're hitting us on third down with a pretty decent play.
And the pro to Hart County is they're making it third down and 2, which is what
makes
you
it
want.
a whole lot easier, yeah.
Third and 2 is a lot easier than third and 7. Shoulders under center. Very experienced starting quarterback. He's won a lot of games. Quarterbacking the Raiders. Motion shift for Crump. Shoulders gives it on a reverse play to the near side, bouncing it out to the near side. He's inside the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Hart County. The reverse works, and it is a number 12 that is in the end zone for Hart County.
Oh, is that not Allen?
It is 13. I guess it was Allen. It was Allen, a 34-yard touchdown, and Hart County leads in this game 6-0.
Yeah, I mean, they just the outside, the corner just bit in on that fake, and he had nothing but green grass on this left side.
Ryan Hawkins out to attempt the extra point. She is 29 of 32 this year. High snap. It's long enough, and she puts it through. 7-0, Hart County lead, 6:03 left first quarter. This is Cougar football on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
Hart County strikes first in this game. They lead 7-0, 6:03 remaining in the first quarter. And the kickoff goes towards Grayson County. And coming down to the near side, the return gets up to about the 37-yard line for Grayson County. As it was Tyner in on the return, and the Cougar offense trots out, led by senior starting quarterback Jake Bratcher, but it's been Ethan Mudd, the running back, that has been really good for Grayson over these last couple of games.
Yeah, it has. You know, he's averaged probably about 130 yards a game the last 3 games. He's had a good last few games.
Ball's going to be placed in the Grayson County 36-yard line to open us up here. They'll be moving left to right. Bratcher will end up in the gun to open up. It's a stretch play to Mudd. He's trying to find the edge across the left side, and he didn't find it. Tackled by a host of Raiders. It's a loss of 2 yards across that far side. He just kept stretching it out, looking for the hole to open, and it never did.
No, they did a good job pursuing it and not letting him get to that outside edge.
It's a loss of 2 yards. 2nd down and 12 for Hart County, or for Grayson County, rather. Again, Cougars 4-5 record. They'll be headed to Owensboro next week, no matter what happens tonight, for the first round of the Class 5A playoffs. Lane Beasley goes out wide to the near side of the field. Option run. It's a throw. Is it a completed pass, or is it a fumble? It's picked up by Buster on the pitch. I guess they're going to say it was a lateral, 1 yard on the gain for Buster, as Bratcher bounced it on the turf and Buster picked it up, and now Grayson has it 3rd down and 11.
Sure looked like a forward pass to me.
I probably would have called that an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I would too.
Our line judge, though, has not had the best game so far.
No, he's not. I think he's 0 for 3.
Now, that play didn't really matter as much. 3rd down and 11, 3rd down and 12. I'm not sure it matters at all. And we have a timeout whistled on the field. And I think Brian Jones might want a timeout here.
Legal substitution.
Oh, a legal substitution called against the Cougars. And that is the last thing you want. Now you're turning that into 3rd down and 17. And I think Brian Jones might have taken a timeout anyways. Moves the ball back to the 30-yard line for Grayson County.
Yeah, you don't want to get behind the sticks more than you already were. I mean, 3rd and 16's for a team that doesn't throw the ball very often, is hard to get.
See if we can't find a score or two here from around the area on this final day. A lot of games happened yesterday on celebrating Halloween. They decided to get going a day earlier. Hancock over Bethlehem, 15-7. Catholic leads E-Town 7-0 early on in that game. Butler County leads Russellville 7-0 in the first quarter. Atherton leads North Oldham 14-7 early second quarter. Boyle County has jumped out in front of Frederick Douglass 14-7 late second quarter there. And those are some of the scores that I see here. 3rd down and long for Grayson County. Ethan Mudd shifts in motion as there's 4 wide to the far side. Bratcher being chased. Bratcher rolls out near side. He is going to be hit. Coming downhill to make the tackle was Boone for a tackle for a loss and a sack. Bratcher was spending too much time running around instead of looking downfield or trying to do something.
At that point, you just got to throw it up.
It's a loss of 1.
The lineman just cannot block that long.
And the Cougars will be forced to punt. Maybe we call another Lane Beasley 30-yard fake punt.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Beasley stands back at his own 15. This time he will boot it away. A line drive
Nice
kick
kick,
takes a
though.
bounce to the 40-yard line, rolls and is dropped at the 37. Down there to grab it was Bryce Abersold. Nice punt for Lane Beasley of over 40 yards. Hart County trots back out. You saw some good things on that opening drive, John, but this Hart County team is incredibly difficult to defend.
Yes, they are. Like I said, you've got to play assignment football, those front seven, and make sure you got your area covered.
Hart County will have it on their own 37-yard line. On that opening drive, Allen had 4 carries for 42 yards, but 34 of those came on one play. And other than that, you were holding them decently well.
You were.
I think that might have been an illegal shift.
was
There's a
an
run
illegal
play up
shift.
the middle for Crump. He's going to end up getting a first down, but I think that was an illegal shift as there were 2 players moving when the ball was snapped, which should go down as an illegal shift, but the run goes forward for a gain of 14 yards by Crump.
Yeah, that was definitely an illegal shift.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I thought I saw 2 players moving at the same time, and that's one of the downsides to running so many motions is you're
It's hard
susceptible to
get-
those penalties.
You are. But I guess running that much motion, too, it makes it a little harder for the referees to see what's going on.
You can fool them as well. First down and 10 from the Grayson 49-yard line for Hart County. Boone in motion. They're instead going to sweep it to the near side of the field. Blocker in front. That's Allen. He was one of the wing backs, and he stretches all the way around to get down to the 45-yard line. Evan Hasty came down to make the tackle for Grayson County after a 4-yard pickup.
It was a good job by Evan to funnel it back, and there was Will Vincent helping pursuing to help him take him down.
We've called Will's name a couple of times tonight.
He's having a good game tonight.
Second down and 6. Two minutes, 45 seconds left here in this opening quarter. Hart County leads 7-0 against the Cougars. Another motion. This time it's Crump on the handoff, and this time Crump had nowhere. And the second effort, he's going to curl around and get 1.
Camden Cornwell closed that hole up really quick.
They're going to give it to the 43-yard line on the run. Third down and 4 for Hart County. This is a big play for this Grayson County defense.
That's a big play. You don't want to go down 2 possessions.
Against a team that runs the ball with as much success as they do.
Yeah, they're going to have the ball at pretty much, if they get a first down here, the whole first quarter.
Yeah, Cougars have had the ball for 2 minutes.
I'm surprised it was that long, really.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter and counting. 7-0 Hart has it. Third down and 4 from the Grayson County 43-yard line. It's a toss play to the far side. Allen, he stutter steps in the backfield, dives, looks like he got it. Allen, very patient runner on that far side. It'll depend on the spot, but they've been getting most of them tonight.
Yeah.
And there it is. They're going to move the chains. And this one I think he did
he did get it, too.
4 yards is what he needed, and 4 yards is what he got.
You know, and I thought we played that pretty well. He just turned and got it.
Very patient runner.
Yes, he was. He waited for that hole to develop and hit it and got that extra yard or 2.
First down and 10. The Hart County 39-yard line. 1:20 left first quarter. Hart leads Grayson 7-0. Man in motion. Play fake. Shoulders looking to pass. Turns up. He's floating up the seam looking for a receiver, and it is broken up. Great play made to break up the pass by Grayson County. Eli Johnston breaks up the pass down the near side of the field. And, John, if he'd had a little bit better position, he'd have picked it.
He would have had a pick, yeah. He was just maybe one step from having a pick there in the end zone.
They were looking for Bunton down the near side of the field, second down and 10. But that's what we've talked about in the open. Hart County, they're just going to pound it in the middle, pound it in the middle, pound it in the middle, and then bam, hit you deep.
Yeah. I've not saw short passes. They've all been, well, 2 of these 3 has been deep.
We have a timeout taken by Hart County here with 1:04 remaining in this first quarter of play. Try to see if I can't find a score or 2. Yep, no, nothing really coming through the old group chat. Oh, Bowling Green trails Franklin County 7-0 at the end of the first quarter.
Wow.
Franklin County top 10 team in the state, regardless of class, one of the better teams in Class 4A. Reminder, next week, Cougars on the road on Friday at Owensboro in the playoffs. If you're a radio fan and you prefer listening to the game, or maybe you'll be in your car, that game will be over on our sister station, 103.9 The Moose, because the Kentucky plays Valparaiso next Friday. So we're getting bumped to The Moose for that game, but obviously you can watch it, K105 YouTube channel, or you can listen on the app too. Download the WMTL app and you can listen that way. I know some people prefer to listen.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you're driving and can't watch it on YouTube. Or maybe you just don't want to see our faces.
That could be it, too.
And I don't think either one of us would blame you. 2nd down and 10 out of the timeout for Hart County. Placed on the 39-yard line. .104 remaining first quarter, 7-0 Hart leads.
Down to 5 seconds.
I was going to say, I feel like this has taken a long time for Hart. They might get a delay of game on this. And right before, we have another timeout taken by Hart, or is that a delay game?
Delay of game? Yeah, he
delay, or yes, he did call delay a game. He just kind of did that a weird symbol over on the far side. He did kind of like a X-Man, or something. I don't know what that was. Intentional foul, yeah.
It's what I mean, intentional, not technical.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one that saw it. Moves it back to the 44, 2nd and 15.
I saw where the flag was laying, so I was like, it's got to be a delay.
Run play, right side Allen, stutters around the outside, breaks a tackle, and in that broken tackle, he just kind of dove forward and gets about 6 extra yards over on that far side of the field. Bring up 3rd down and manageable to the 35-yard line, gain of 9 on the run.
Yeah, and they had him lined up there in a different spot. They had him kind of in the fullback area there.
Whistle was blown. Okay, I guess they were just stopping the clock because he went out of bounds. I was a little confused as to why the whistle was blown on a play like that. 3rd down and 6 for Hart County. 47.4 left here in this opening quarter of action.
This is a big play here for the defense.
Well, now there's 5. Okay, they're putting more time on the clock here. I was like, 5 seconds. That's not right. Okay, 3rd down 6 for Hart County. Motion shift. Play fake, shoulders, rolls out near side, turns his shoulders. He's looking to run, and he's sacked. No, actually breaks through somehow. I don't know how he did. He's still going to be short of the 1st down marker. He got out of the midst of Will Vincent. Shoulders gets forward, though, down to the 31-yard line. Gain of 4. It'll be 4th down and 2. How did he get out of that sack?
I don't know. I thought Will had already brought him down. I'd start to put it down.
4th down and 2. The Raiders don't need to snap it if they don't want to. Maybe if I were them, you probably break this, you try hard count, get it the freeway, and then take your play into the second. And nope, they won't even do that. Will they?
Yeah, they might.
They're still deciding, 10 seconds remaining. They do not need to snap it. And Chad Griffin, the head coach, says, yeah, no, we will not. It'll bring up 4th down for Hart County when we come back as the Raiders lead 7-0. This is Cougar football on K105.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
When you bundle home and auto, good things can happen. You get a local agent who can help you choose the right coverage for you at a price that's right for you.
Call State Farm agent Duda Hudson in Litchfield today.
It's Kyle's last spin on his turntable.
Yeah.
And the first day of Kira's new career in IT. When you donate to Goodwill, you help provide skills training and career placement. And the things you loved start a new life too.
Team as we start the second quarter, 7-0, Hart County leads, 4th down and 2. It's still a weird play that somehow the quarterback's shoulders got away from the sack in the backfield of Grayson. It's one of those I'm excited to go back and watch the play again because I don't really know how he did.
I don't either.
from the 31-yard line. They need to get it down to the 29. This is a big play for this Grayson County defense. If they can hold against Hart. Shoulders goes under center. Man in motion, whistle blown, and this is going to probably be a false start, and it is.
Like it, yeah.
That makes things a lot better for Grayson County. Turns 4th down and 2 into 4th down and 7.
That's a big difference here. That changes up the whole play calling.
I mean, Hart County's not attempted a field goal all season, and right now you'd be looking at a 54-yarder, and you're not going to find many high school kids that can kick a 54-yarder. 4th down and 7 for Hart County. This is a huge play for this Grayson County defense on the first play of the second quarter to build some momentum, because right now the momentum has been wearing green all day.
Yeah, we need a big stop here.
4th down 7. And another whistle blown, and Chad Griffin wants a timeout here on this play. He will take his second timeout of this first half. We invite you to stay tuned into halftime of today's game. We have our Cougar Conversations. Today we go to the top of the food chain. Mr. Doug Robinson will be joining us. Looking forward to talking to him. And remember, for today's and all of the Cougar Conversations all season long that we've recorded, you can go to our YouTube channel and watch the full version of them. I've enjoyed getting to talk to some of these great individuals.
I didn't get to watch. I watched about half of Cole's the other night, and I wish I got to see it all, but I had a phone call come in, and it looked really, really interesting, some of the things he talked about.
We had some good conversations from that, so you got to go back in and watch that. And then Superintendent Robinson, too, will have the full version of that as well. I asked him a question that you'll hear here at halftime of, he was on the 1993 team. His son Hayden was on the 2025 team. I said, was it cooler for you to play in a game like that or see your son play in a game like that?
I bet you I know what he said there.
So you'll have to see how it went in there. And then I know the full version, we talk a little bit more about this guy, too, in the full version. 4th down and 7.
Not a lot of times you get to see your son play or your daughter play in a bigger game as you've played in when you played in the state tournament or region finals.
4th down and 7 for Hart County. They need to get it down to the 29. Play fake. Shoulders, rolls out. Cornwell has a hand in his face. He throws. Intercepted by Grayson County. Coming down at the 25-yard line. Up to the 30. It's Jamison Buster. He breaks a tackle at the 35. And he comes back towards, and he's smushed down at the 37. Jamison Buster gets the interception, and the Cougars have the football back.
That was a nice play by Jamison. It was a little overthrown, and he was standing there in great position. If he'd had one more block to that right side, he would have probably taken that one to the house as fast as he is.
Cougar offense comes out, and the first drive, John, was not good. Got to be better this time.
Yes, it does. We got to get some positive momentum going this time.
1st down and 10. They'll have it on their own 38-yard line for Grayson County. They end up getting 2 extra yards. If Buster would have dropped that, they would have gotten it at the 36. So he ends up getting a couple of more yards. 1st down and 10. In the gun goes Bratcher. He is mud. Bratcher throws, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Shane Hall in a little curl route, and it was not close to being complete to Shane Hall.
No.
As it was not a good throw by Bratcher, and it falls incomplete. That's one of those that Jake wants back.
Guarantee he does, because, Shane was wide open out there on that little hitch pattern, about 8 yards out, and he was wide open.
Sometimes it's one of those things that, and it's wild that it works this way, but I know Kayla and I would talk about this. It's sometimes harder for a quarterback to hit a receiver who's wide open than it is double covered.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't, but it is. We saw Jake make some really nice passes deep in the coverage.
2nd down and 10 for Grayson, sticking with the shotgun. Bratcher setting up a tunnel screen over the far side. It's caught by Tyner. He's to the 40-yard line. He has a blocker at the 50, and a nice tackle made by Allen that saved a huge gain, but it is a gain of 11 regardless, up to the 49-yard line for Caden Tyner.
There was something I said earlier. I don't think we were on air. I said we've got to find a way to get him the ball tonight.
You did say it on air.
Okay, I didn't know if I did it on air or not, but he's just an athlete.
You did, yeah.
He's just an athlete. I wish we'd had him more than 1 year.
I think you're not the only one. I think there's a man on that far sideline with a nice beard that probably would agree with you. First down and 10 from the Grayson 49-yard line. Bratcher under center, Mudd the deep back. Mudd on the give. He goes right side. He finally squirts through the right side of that line, running behind his offensive line down to the 47. It's a gain of 4 for Mudd. 2nd and 6, under 11 left. Here in this first half, Grayson trails 7-0. They just did the big 4th down stop against Hart County.
You know, and those couple passes maybe open a little running lanes up for the running backs.
That's why that balance is so important.
It is.
It's hard to be Army.
Yeah, it is hard. It is hard to run the ball 85, 90% of the time because people are going to stack 8 or 10 to the box.
First down.
Nice
Or second down is it's kept by Bratcher. He goes right side. He's got the first down now. I was just predicting the future down to the 39-yard line. Gain of 8 for Jake Bratcher on the run. That's one of his better runs of the season for Bratcher.
Yeah, I mean, he just made a nice read on that and pulled it and tucked it right behind his tailback there.
First down and 10 for Grayson County from the Hart County 39-yard line. You heard Brian Jones talk in the open. He said he expected to be able to run some of his option against this Hart County team. At least that was his hope. And he's been saying that a lot this season, though, because he trusts Jake Bratcher so much. This is just a straight run to Mudd. He's tackled from behind, but not before he gains 2 to the 37. Chris Prince, the freshman, in on the tackle for Hart County. Raiders have a lot of seniors, but a couple of freshmen that play quite a bit.
Yeah, they do. You know, Sam, as the season's progressed, I think Jake has got a lot better at reading that option and pulling it at the right time.
That's hard.
It is. It's very hard.
Mudd will be the fullback, Buster the deep back, one wide receiver to the right side for Grayson County. They trail 7-0. Bratcher keeps it himself. A lot of space around that right side. Blocker in front of him. He's outside the numbers, inside the 20. Down to the 15-yard line for Jake Bratcher. Gain of over 20 yards for the senior.
23. Nice little run there. I mean, he got on the outside, and I thought he had a chance to break her for a touchdown.
And I think what Jake did there, too, was a little self-preservation of, you know, it probably was one that Ethan Mudd probably would have turned back field and lowered his shoulder, but Jake's like, I'm the quarterback. I need to get out of bounds.
Hey, we got the playoffs coming up next week. You want your QB1 out there.
And like we've talked about, this game doesn't really mean a whole lot. You get some RPI. The only way that matters is if the Cougars get to the 3rd round of the playoffs, and to do that, they'd have to beat Owensboro and then Greenwood or Madisonville. And if you do that, I don't think Brian Jones would care who he plays in the 3rd round. Play on the moon for all he cares. I formation, whistle blown before the play, and it's a false start called against Grayson. A lot of false starts in this game. Moves it back to the 29. Yeah, I think you could probably say, hey, Brian Jones, you're playing Alabama. You got to go down to Tuscaloosa for a night game. And he'd say, okay, yeah, I'm fine in that case.
If we're in the
whatever.
3rd round, I'm fine with that. Especially the region we're playing in.
Yeah, because you got Bowling Green and Owensboro both in there. Not the Fighting Cooper Jaguars, though.
Then what? At some point we would have to play Atherton too, wouldn't we?
Yep, they're in the same region as well. There is the possibility for that. In fact, Cooper last night, give them a shout out, John. Their starting quarterback, 8 passing touchdowns in a win over Simon Kent.
Gosh, are they that good, or is Simon getting that bad?
Yes.
To both.
Yeah, Cooper played a really good game. 9:01 left here in this first half. Toss play to Buster. He hits the 20-yard line. He's outside the 15, down to about the 12 or the 13. He gains a lot of yards and gains more back from that penalty. Nice little run for Jamison Buster.
I think they're going to get about 7 from the 19 to the 12, yeah.
Down to the 12-yard line. 7 yards, 8.5 left first half. Cougars looking to equalize this game up as they trail 7-0 against Hart County. Bratcher under center. I formation. Mudd remains the fullback. Brian Jones calling out a check. He sees something. Triple option again. Fullback dive for Mudd. He's just carrying tacklers down near the first down marker. He'll be a yard or two short down to the well.
They gave him a bad spot. He got to the 5.
I think they're giving him the 7.
Yeah.
If they give him the 7, that is a horrendous spot.
That is terrible.
5 yards in the game. That is, John, that's about it. That's worse than the spots that we saw earlier. He got the 5.
I saw him get to the 5 and they start pushing him back.
Wow. 7:44 remaining. 3rd down and about 3 for Grayson County. From the 7-yard line, barring a big loss. I think even a big loss, this is 4-down territory.
This is 4-down territory.
You're in the red zone. This year, the Cougars, 22 of 26 on red zone attempts. Scoring touchdowns. Run play, and not getting there. On the run is Jamison Buster. Might have gotten 1.
No, I don't think they're giving him any.
And they're not even giving him 1. 4th down for Grayson County. This drive started all the way back after the interception at their own 38. They've gotten it down to the Hart County 7. 4th down and 3 under 7 minutes left in the first half. They trail 7-0. What are you calling?
Hey, right now might be a great time for that RPO. They worked so good first half against Bowling Green.
Not set up in the vicinity to do it. I would assume this might be triple option.
I would think so.
Ratcher under center, and we have a whistle blown timeout, I believe, taken by Brian Jones.
Smart timeout.
Timeout taken by Hart County. They're going to take the timeout. That is their final timeout of the first half of play. I also want to make sure, John, we give a shout-out to our guy, Trainer Scott.
Yes.
He is recovering from surgery earlier this week. He's not here tonight, but I know he's locked in and watching. So shout-out to Scott. Looking forward to seeing you back here real soon.
Yeah, wish you a speedy recovery.
Absolutely. I look down here to our comment section. Apparently, Mr. Spirit says he can see it from his chair. that
spot.
Those spots. No, John, he might just be just a little bit biased. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just like we are. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I tell you, there's no one that cares more about these boys than Mr. Spirit, though.
I can't wait to see him. I know he's going to be out there for some basketball games. I guarantee he's going to do whatever he can.
I wouldn't be surprised if he feels like it. He'll be at Meet the Cougar night to see what this team's going to look like.
Because if you think you're excited about this boys basketball team and the girls too this year, I guarantee he is even more. Triple option here?
I wouldn't doubt it.
4th down and 3.
Jake's done a really good job running that, and I wouldn't doubt it.
And this might be one of these that if you're Brian Jones, you look at Jake Bradshaw and you say, Bud, what play do you want to run?
Well, they're just switching out I don't know. He saw something. He's switching out and brought 2 guys out.
Crowd comes to life here in Munfordville. They're going in the gun.
Oh, look, we're going 4 wide.
This is spread too. Caden Tyner and now Brian Jones wants a timeout as they were not on the same page, and that's not what you want if you're Grayson to do that. We'll take a timeout. 6:36 left. First half. This is Cougar football on K105.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by
Hart County High School. 4th down and 3, 6 minutes 36 seconds remaining here in this first half of play. Grayson trails 7-0. This is a big play for Grayson. They need to get it down to the 4-yard line. Trips right side, 1 near side. Bratcher in the gun, Mudd to his left. Bratcher to pass. He throws over the middle, incomplete. Might have been tipped. He had a receiver wide open in the end zone, but it is turnover on downs. He had Caden Tyner wide open on the post route. I don't know if that ball was tipped or not, but it's a turnover on downs for Grayson regardless. That's a tough break for Grayson.
It was, because they had a perfect play set up. Caden was wide open.
Hart County will start on their own 7. Got to find a way to get a stop here if you're Grayson. Hart County tonight, 13 carries for 95 yards. It's 7.3 per carry. Now, a lot of that did come on the one play, but one play is the difference in this game right now. Shoulders, run play up the middle, and that's a big gain. Getting up to the 20-yard line on the carry for Crump. And we'll see where this ball will be placed, to the 23-yard line, I believe, for the Raiders. Or maybe they move it back to the 22. Hurrying it up, it's a gain of 15 on the gain for Crump. 6:10 left here in this first half, 7-0. Hart County on top. Another run play. They give Crump another chance, and this time driven backwards. Again, Will Vincent right in the teeth of that Cougar defense. We've called Will's name a lot tonight.
Yes, we have. He is playing some ball.
2 yards on the gain. .545 remaining. Here in this first half, 7-0, Grayson County trails Hart County. Cougars, I think, when they've gone up the middle, have done a decent job. And that's been Will Vincent on the interior of that defensive line.
He has. He's cleaning up at A-gap. If they come up at middle, he's just stopping anything at A-gap there.
Another run play up the middle. No, it is a misdirection. They fooled me. Coming around the near side, coming down to the 30-yard line on the carry was Whitaker on the carry. Brought down Tyner in the vicinity for Grayson County.
I believe Camden Cornwell wrapped him up there. So how many they get there?
They give to the 7 yards to the 31. Might be another generous spot there.
That little misdirection, though, I think had everybody except maybe Cornwell and Tyner fooled.
3rd and 1 for Hart County. See if the Cougar defense can get another stop on the inside. 5-man front here against Hart County. Everybody in between as it's a toss play to Allen near side. He's got the first down. He goes to the 35-yard line. Hit low on the play by Cornwell for Grayson, or Beasley rather, on the play for Grayson. Gain of 4. 4:20 left here in this first half. Hart County leads 7-0.
We got to find a way to stop them, not let them score. A team like this, you go down 2 possessions. It's a hard uphill battle.
And if you can get a stop here, too.
You got time to score with 2 times. No,
and
one
you
time
get the ball.
And we get the ball. You got that 2-for-1 situation.
Which we talked a lot about last week. Cougars had the chance, couldn't capitalize either time, but you learned from that. Yeah. Another run for Crump up the middle with a full head of steam. Crump just barrels forward. Gets it to the 44-yard line, 9 yards for the senior Jake Crump. He's listed at 6'2", and they don't have his weight listed on the roster, but he is a tank. He reminds me, like, and I use this
they
almost.
They gave him a first down?
No chance.
No.
He's a yard short.
Well, unless there's a penalty, I didn't see.
Well, the Cougars are moving in the wrong. Let's see. There's a penalty.
Yeah, okay. Cause
unsportsmanlike conduct called against Grayson County. That's 15 yards. Didn't see it happen.
I didn't either.
Brian Jones is not happy on the sideline now. Caden Tyner might have been the guilty party because right now, if you look at Caden on the far side, his shoulder pad is hanging out.
Oh, yeah. You just can't make mistakes like that in a game like this.
They made that a 16-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and now another penalty flag comes out.
Of game.
What's his penalty here?
I mean, it's in the vicinity of delay of game.
Sideline warning called against Grayson County. And that's probably Brian Jones defending his guys.
He is. He's still going at that side judge over there, and I don't blame him.
It's not been a friendly whistle to
it's not.
The orange-clad Cougars tonight. 1st down and 10. Shoulders under center. Another run play. And again,
nice
wrapped
job,
up. Nice
Maddox.
play by Maddox Anderson, driving Crump backwards. And they're going to give him 2 yards on that run down to the 38.
He earned those 2 yards there. Maddox and Will both hit him there. And like I said, they're doing a good job closing that middle up.
3:17 left here in the first half. And that sideline warning was called by the umpire.
I know,
staying
not
all the way
side
back.
judge. I don't get that.
Brian Jones clearly was being very loud.
He was, but you know what? I will say this. Knowing Brian over the last few years, he is going to defend his players.
100%. Whether he agrees with it or not.
No, but he's going to go to bat for him.
Run play for Allen. Low tackle. Just missed. Coming in was Cornwell, but slowed him down just enough for Allen to get down to the 35, gain of 3. 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, I mean, Camden come in there real hard at his ankles and made him stumble and got him to the ground.
Cornwell's been dealing with an ankle for most of the season. I talked to him earlier, and I said, does it hurt? He said, when I'm playing, not really, but when I launch, it hurts. I said, but it doesn't really hurt if it's a tackle for a loss, does it? He said, nah, it still does. I was like, what about like a sack to win the game? You know,
or a hit like you had the other night.
Yeah, that one no,
he didn't.
No,
feel
Warren
anything.
Central probably still reminded of that. 3rd and 5. Approaching the 2-minute mark of the first half, Grayson trails 7-0. Shoulders under center.
That should be a motion.
Very misdirection. Shoulders now stretching it out to the far side. Evan Hasty
Nice
brings him
tackle
down for a
Hasty.
sack. There was some miscommunication. Ball comes out at the end. Grayson picked it up, but they said he was down. And I think he was.
I think, well, the forward progress at least was stopped.
Loss of 1 yard, sack for Evan Hasty. And timeout, I'd probably taken by Brian Jones, and it is.
Yeah, it is. I think
4th
so.
down and 6 for Hart County. Nearly identical situation to where we were on their last drive. Timeout taken, 1:47 remaining here in this first half. Hart County leads 7-0. I'll look down to see if I don't find a score or two. Barron leads 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Franklin County now leads Bowling Green 14-10 at the half. North Hardin all over Warren East 21-0. I'll switch sides here and see if I can't find anything else on this side here, John. I've got so many screens left and right. Atherton now leads North Oldham 28-7.
Wow, that's a
Owensboro leads Henderson County 30-3. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. The Red Devils are playing their best football right now. Not necessarily the best time to be making a trip to Rash Stadium.
And I just saw where, I can't remember the kid's name, but he got an offer from Penn State from Owensboro this week.
I did see that as well. We'll learn more about that next week. That's a good football team. Their running back, too, made the excellent decision of switching from Louisville to Vanderbilt.
I still think that was a bad decision, but he wasn't going to get to play for a couple years in Louisville.
4th down and 6 for Hart County. Handoff sweep near side, and they got the first down. Make a man miss inside the 25-yard line. Ball comes out. It's still alive. Grayson's got it, but they're going to call him down.
They're going to blow it dead, and I don't know. I couldn't see good enough to say.
As it was picked up by Camden Cornwell, who had had a whole lot of space. 4th down conversion, though, for Hart County. 14. Where are they going to place this here? They haven't placed it yet.
Oh, I thought he had it.
The 22. It is a gain of 14 on the run.
Yeah.
That's a big play there for Hart County. Minute and a half left. You can hold them no points. You're feeling good. Run up the middle. Barreling forward and down to about the 15 on the carry for Hart County. That was Allen again on the carry.
For 8.
It is a gain of 8 yards down to the 14-yard line. 2nd and 2. Again, if you're Grayson, you want that clock to roll here.
I'm trying to figure who that was, but that was Noah Cowan that made a tackle.
Run play.
Oh, McAllister.
It was Jason McAllister. Penalty flag comes in late.
Yeah.
Thrown by a weird official. Holding called against Hart County. That's big, John.
That is big.
53.7 seconds left.
Is that a back judge here made that call?
It was thrown by one of the side judges who's over here on the side.
Yeah, that's an odd spot.
Yeah, you don't usually see a hold thrown from that official. That is a 10-yard holding penalty, though, that'll move the ball back now. Where will we place this? Back to the 22 for Hart County. And now here, you got to watch out. They can pass.
They're going through that play-action pass, I'm sure.
53.7 seconds left. Hart County has 0 timeouts. They cannot stop the clock. As a defense, though, you need to be aware of that because they're going to try and spike it potentially if it comes down to that.
Exactly.
Get back on the ball.
Wow.
Clock is running. Play fake. Going deep. Looking. End zone for Allen. And he caught it. Touchdown. Not good coverage from Grayson County. Is falling down throughout the entire time was Jamison Buster, and Allen pulls in the touchdown.
Yeah, Jamison was stumbling that whole time.
For Allen, that is his 8th touchdown catch of the season. Or, sorry, his 5th. And Hart County now leads 13-0. Here comes the kick from Hawkins.
Ooh.
And she
made it.
Put it through. Hart County leads 14-0, 34.4 left in the first half. This is Cougar football on K105.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky.
Here comes the kick, and it is a short like squib kick that Bryce Abersold falls on at the 39-yard line. Grayson County will have it on their own 39 with 33.6 seconds left.
I was going to say I was kind of shocked with that, but I think they probably saw Tyner and Buster some returns they've had this year.
I know Brian Jones, he's probably going to run it here. I'd like to see him take a shot.
Me too.
You need a spark.
You do. You know, we threw, what, 2 or 3 passes that first.
I think this is the perfect scenario where, you know, you've had that trick play that you've been working on in practice.
Summer.
Yeah. You haven't shown it yet. Maybe you throw something like that out here. Just trying something to get a spark going into the half. Even if you don't score, you just need something to say, hey, we can move the ball. On that last drive you did, you just didn't end up with any points. And we have a whistle blown, and it is a delay of game called against Grayson County.
How do you do that coming out of a kickoff?
And again, our official needs to learn, John, that this is delay of game, not intentional foul. That's going to move it back now to the 34-yard line. Maybe you can run down there at halftime and let him know.
He needs to look that little sheet that we have at home, you know.
Yeah, because, there's no football penalty that is an X, like doing the X-Men symbol.
You know, it'd be a good time if we bring both quarterbacks in the game. Man, have we? Is he lined up in the slot?
I don't think so. They're just going to run it to Ethan Mudd.
Oh, no,
he goes up
Buster.
the middle. He comes to the near side of the 40-yard line, and ball comes out, and it's returned by Hart County. He might score. Down to the near side, gets around Jake Bratcher, and going into the end zone is Allen.
Oh, there's a flag.
Penalty flag comes in
there's
late.
There's a flag on the play.
And this might be on Hart County. It might be a face mask. Let's see. Let's see what the penalty is. Grayson County's not acting as if it is. We'll see what the penalty is.
No, they're stopping. I don't know.
Now that is the last thing you needed if you're Grayson County. A fumble by Ethan Mudd after what would have been a first down. Let's see what the penalty is. They're going to talk it over.
No,
it's on Hart County.
It's coming back, yeah.
It's on Hart County. Big, deep breath now if you're Grayson after that. And now, it was at the 34.
Okay.
It is called on Hart County. I missed as to what it was.
I did too.
He pointed towards Hart County, and I was looking down at my notes when it had happened.
Because I know Ethan got to the 41.
I'm wondering if it was a face mask.
It may have. Let's see. We'll see how many he's marked. Oh, he marked it off from the 42, so Ethan got 8 yards on that carry. Yeah, that's a face mask.
And now,
I heard somebody in the crowd say, "Are you from Caneyville, Red?" Come on.
John, if it's, it's just me and you talking right now. They got most of them tonight.
Yeah.
It's just me and you, right? No one's listening. They can't just say can't find me.
That's right.
I do know that, shout out to former, oh no, Hart County's got the ball.
Huh? How?
So I guess it was on the play, Hart County's got it. So the fumble still stands. Hart County's got it with 20 seconds left. So I guess it was after the penalty, as there's a tunnel screen caught by Allen. He's wrapped up immediately, and that should be the last play of the first half. Hart County can hurry if they want. Why is the clock stopped?
The clock?
Why the clock?
No, that's right.
The clock should not be stopped. And that is the final play of the first half. Hart County leads Grayson County 14-0, as this is Cougar football on K105.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
When you bundle home and auto, good things can happen. You get a local agent who can help you choose the right coverage for you at a price that's right for you.
Call State Farm agent Duda Hudson in Litchfield today.
It's Kyle's last spin on his turntable.
Yeah.
And the first day of Kira's new career in IT. When you donate to Goodwill, you help provide skills training and career placement. And the things you loved start a new life too.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Hart County High School, where Grayson trails 14-0 at the half. As John, that was a weird ending to that half of play, as the Cougars catch a break there, as there was a penalty called on Hart County on the return. We don't really know what happened. It's the downside to not having officials mic'd.
Yes.
To where we have no clue as to what happened on that play. All that we know is Hart County got the ball after the fumble by Ethan Mudd, and it's thankfully 14-0 instead of 21-0. What we will say, though, is Brian Jones was having a impassioned?
Yeah.
Is that the word we should use?
Probably. It was civilized.
It was cordial.
It was. And,
but something tells me with the head official, something tells me he wasn't asking him, hey, what's the best place to eat in Munfordville?
No, I'm sure he wasn't. I'm sure he was telling him a few of those bad calls he made.
Probably listening off exactly what he had said there. But it's fighting for his team. And I think if you're Grayson County, you're thinking, okay, 14-0 feels a whole lot better than 21-0. But this drive to start the second half, it is
pretty much it's a game, because they're going to eat off 6-7 minutes every time they got the ball, so you have to score when you get the ball this time.
And you look at this offense for Grayson County, I don't know, well, I guess you might have Ethan Mudd right now, 5 carries, 17 yards. They're not getting a whole lot, but the best runner today has been Jake Bratcher.
He has been, he's got
30 yards rushing.
Yeah, he's definitely been. And and the passing game's there too if we want to take advantage of it off of this. He's 1 of 3, but both of those should have been completed.
Yeah. Let's see what the changes could be made. Coming up next, we'll have our Cougar Conversations. We'll talk to the big man himself, Mr. Doug Robinson, as it is Grayson County and Hart County as the Cougars trail 14-0 at the half. This is Cougar football on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Welcome back to the halftime show here on K105. It's time for another edition of our Cougar Conversations. Today, we go to the top of the food chain, talking to Superintendent Doug Robinson and Grayson County High School alum as well, class of 93, is that right?
1993, that's right. Big time.
Is that the best class?
Absolutely. Okay. I'm a little biased, but yeah, it is.
I see the comments right now already lowing. No, it's this class, it's this class. School year here, I guess we're 17 years into the school year, it probably feels like. We're 3 months into the school year. How's it gone, though?
It has gone super fast. I was just over at the middle school this morning meeting with some staff members and sitting in some of their meetings, and everybody's like, man, it's almost Halloween. It's crazy how quick this year's went.
It's gone by really fast. I know every single time I go to the high school, it feels like the tech center comes further and further and further along. It's amazing the progress that they're making. Where does that stand right now?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's something I've been very interested in talking with different groups. But we had a construction meeting over fall break. We have an update each Tuesday of the first Tuesday of each month, and we're coming along. They've been busy all summer, but it's all work underneath site work, and so now it's starting to take shape of a building. So it was so wet in the spring, we're probably 6 weeks behind, so we're probably looking at maybe around fall break of 2026 of moving into the building. So but it's coming along well. They've made some real strides in the last month.
What is that building going to do for the students of Grayson County?
Yeah, that is going to be a game changer for not only our students, our staff, but also with our community. Our staff have done a great job over there in the current building, but it's just been outdated. Space has been a challenge. If you went into some of those labs, I'll pick on welding there, it was just so tight because of limited space. This is going to be a real game changer of kind of getting the space that we need to do the projects that those students and staff want to take on.
This school year, I know, has been a little different for those current students because they're at Bird Tool. What's that partnership been like?
That's been a great project. And, when we started talking about this construction, we started off saying, how can we keep our programs going where our kids are doing skills and also do the construction? And we were going to try to work something out with our architects and engineers and have most of that on site. And then we just kind of bit the bullet and said, let's find a way to just get all of our students out see if we can get some partnerships. And it didn't. Mr. Hayes and Bird Tool hit it right off the ground, with, getting that worked out. We went over there and they have provided us a great space. And it's been a wonderful partnership.
When I talked with Karen Lewis, I said, okay, what do I need to make sure that I hit on? She mentioned something, and I got to make sure I get it right. CKLA, Core Knowledge Language Arts. So this is something that I know has been a main emphasis for you all. Yeah. Be honest, it's the first time I've heard about it. So kind of what is the idea behind CKLA?
Yeah, a couple years ago, our legislature passed some laws related to reading, and all districts had to select a K through 3 reading program. And we put together, I guess, a couple years ago, along with myself and the instructional folks, we put a reading committee together, and we selected this program. And this is something we're doing K through really 5 in all of our elementaries. And this is our second year of implementation. And I have been blown away with the growth that we've had from last year to this year with our elementary reading program with CKLA. Our staff have dug in and worked so hard on providing that curriculum to a way for our students to assess. And you know what? I'm amazed. I've been in some of the classrooms, and it's amazing what these first graders know. I mean, they're smarter, a lot smarter than I am. Whatever that old show was, smarter than a 5th grader. Well, now I challenge you, smarter than a 1st grader. It's amazing. These kids they know so much, and they enjoy so many of the topics within that program.
Last year for you as a dad, your son was on the region runner-up basketball team. For you, was that cooler than 1993 when you played? Was it better as a dad to see your son experience that, or did 93 still beat it?
No, I think that's I think as a kid and you're involved with that, it doesn't really hit you till later on. But I think as an adult, I've been involved with state tournament basketball wise as an assistant coach, as a principal. Our girls went when I was a superintendent, and I think each time that I've been involved, the more special it becomes. So I think as a dad and as an adult, and it kind of hits home, and it means a little bit more to you.
I want to take you back to when you were in school. I'll put you on the spot a little bit. Who were the teachers? We've been asking this. Who were the teachers, administrators, or so on that had an impact on you that may still impact your decisions that you have today?
Yeah, wow, that's almost a loaded question, putting you on the spot, because I think even you don't realize that at the time that those people did have some impact on you. I was at the school board meeting the other night, and some former students that I had come up and said something to me. And you don't really see your impact as an educator sometimes, especially at the high school level, till later down the road, because that kid I hadn't seen since he was in high school. But I would go back. I'm probably a little biased here. I would say a little bit about my father-in-law. I had him as he was a teacher of mine, and also as a coach early on, and I wouldn't go over to his house if we didn't win, because I didn't want to be around him if it was a loss. But he had a major impact, and still is today. But I would also go back and just say there were some other teachers there too that impacted you, that you just had a good relationship with.
Maybe the hardest one to ask, or maybe your favorite one to ask, it could be at the same thing, is the future. What's on the horizon for Grayson County Schools? We talked about the technology center. That's going to open up so many new doors for students. But what else is coming on the horizon for Grayson County Schools?
Yeah, I think this year over the last several years, we've done a lot to try to improve our buildings and our grounds. Whether it's a lot of stuff the community don't really see, but we've put on a bunch of roofs. We've done some HVAC projects at Caneyville and the middle school. So there's always on the horizon of what we can do to improve our buildings and our learning environments for our students. And when you have this many buildings and grounds, it's a constant battle to stay on top of them and keep them in good shape. So I think we're always striving for that. And then also just working with some of our academic stuff and getting some of those new programs implemented and moving forward. So those are just some probably short term, right on the horizon of what we're looking at over the next couple of years.
Great things happening in Grayson County Schools. Remember, you can follow them on all of their social media channels to keep up. We'll take a break, though, and have more on the halftime show, as this has been another edition of Cougar Conversations on K105.
For each life moment, your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP.
Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. Your kids may be eligible now, even if you've applied before. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Get started now at insurekidsnow.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Measles cases are on the rise, but there's good news. The MMR vaccine is the safest way to protect yourself and your community from measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles isn't just a rash. It can lead to serious health issues like pneumonia and brain swelling, even in healthy kids. That's why doctors recommend 2 MMR doses for lifelong protection. And cost shouldn't be a barrier. Many vaccines are free, even without insurance. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. This message is paid for by Kentucky Voices for Health, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have known.
The Cougars trail 14-0 at the half. Running on the stats from the first half of play, Ethan Mudd, 5 carries for 17 yards. Jamison Buster, 3 for 8. Jake Bratcher, 3 for 30. Bratcher, 1 of 3 through the air for 11 yards. That was an 11-yard completion to Caden Tyner. Let's see here what else we have. Hart County, Allen has 12 carries for 95 yards. Crump, 8 for 53. Owens, 2 for 11. Shoulders, 2 for 3. Shoulders is 2 of 4 for 25 yards and a touchdown. John, I think for the most part, this Grayson County effort in the first half, not bad. You've got some stuff to feel better about, but this drive is so important.
Oh, yeah, it is, you know. It is probably the most important drive of the game right now. We got to come up with some points.
How do you do it?
I don't know. I think you're going to have to mix it up. We're going to have to mix the pass and the run up because, you know, they're just keying on Ethan Mudd. We've got to do something or get some reverse with a receiver. We've got to get something to get outside and get some speed.
Grayson trails 14-0 at the half. The second half from chilly Munfordville. I mean, John, I'm looking down here. It is 43 degrees.
Might be a little frost on the pumpkin.
Thankfully, it's not windy.
No.
14-0. Grayson trails at the half. Second half's next. This has been the halftime show right here on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true. We've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Dear Coach. Dear Coach.
Dear Coach, they don't teach you that inner strength is the most important kind of strong. But you taught me that.
They don't teach you how to build confidence in yourself or how to deal with all the pressures all at once. But you taught me that.
First tee was more than golf. It's where I discovered what I'm capable of.
You didn't just prepare me for 18 holes. You were preparing me for every day of my life. Learn more at firsttee.org.
Measles cases are on the rise, but there's good news. The MMR vaccine is the safest way to protect yourself and your community from measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles isn't just a rash. It can lead to serious health issues like pneumonia and brain swelling, even in healthy kids. That's why doctors recommend 2 MMR doses for lifelong protection. And cost shouldn't be a barrier. Many vaccines are free, even without insurance. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. This message is paid for by Kentucky Voices for Health, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome back here to beautiful Munfordville, Kentucky. We get ready to have in the second half of play. Cougars trail 14-0, Hart County to kick off. Sam and John back with you here. Hart County with a new turf
This
field.
is Grayson County Cougar
when they've
football
done this. Last time we
on
were here, it was grass. I guess this turf field, it's maybe the second or the third year of it, and it looks really nice.
It does. It's nice. You know, we've played on more turf fields than grass fields this year, I guess.
Yeah. Here comes the kick. It's a squib kick on the bounce, just fallen on by Grayson County at the 39-yard line by, that was Bryce Abersold to fall on it at the 39. That's where the Grayson County offense is going to trot back out to start the second half of play as the Cougars trail 14-0. Stop at first down and 10 on their own 39-yard line. John, the key to the offense in the second half is what?
We got to switch it up, you know, not be one-dimensional and hopefully open things up and get on the outside. I think our speed could do good if we get on that outside.
And they've had success when they've gotten it outside. You've seen Bratcher get out there, have a nice run. He's 3 carries for 30 yards in the game. We'll start in the I formation for Grayson County. Bratcher under center. Gets the snap from Whitman. Handoff to Buster on the carry. He goes right side. Gets about 3 or 4 yards up to about the 42-yard line. Host of Raiders in there, led by Whitaker. As they'll give it to the 42-yard line. 3 for Buster. Second down and 7 for Grayson County. This Cougar offense struggling to get Ethan Mudd going in the first half of play, something that they've really had a lot of success doing over these last couple of weeks since the bye week.
Yeah, this is the first team that's been able to slow him down.
Direct run up the middle for Ethan Mudd, and he just barrels over players, and I think he looked up at us there, John, and said, hey, be quiet. Stop talking about me, because that's a big gain down to the 41-yard line for Ethan Mudd. That is a 17-yard gain.
You know, that equals what he had the first half. 1 carry.
It's amazing what that can do. Football, right?
Momentum.
First down and 10 from the 41 of Hart County now. Cougars trail 14-0, under 11 minutes left here in the third quarter. Bratcher gives to Buster. He runs into a brick wall, ends up bouncing off of it and gains.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Gains 1. They're going to say to the 40-yard line for Buster. I thought he got a little more.
I thought he did too, but when I saw him getting up, he was right on that 40-yard line. You know, knowing Ethan, how his personality is, you know, and his work ethic, that fumble really got with him at halftime, and he come out running hard this half.
Yeah, it's probably he'll be thinking about that fumble for a while now. Second down and 9. I formation, Lane Beasley in an H-back on the near side of the line as the ball's on the near hash. It's a fullback dive up the middle for Mudd, and he just carries tacklers down to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the run for Ethan Mudd. That'll bring up third down and 4 for the Cougars.
Yeah, that offensive line gave him a good push there. Got him 5 yards out of that.
You know that, speaking as a former offensive lineman, they're probably saying, yeah, Ethan Mudd's run the ball hard, but it's because of us. We're opening up the holes for it.
Guarantee it. That's what I used to tell Jason Hall all the time. Hey, you getting those yards because of us guys.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a 1,000-yard rusher without you all. Fans come to life here at Raider Field. About 3,600 capacity here in Munfordville. 3rd down and 4. 9:20 remaining. Bradshaw to pass. He's throwing deep, looking far side, and it is incomplete. A lot of contact, and that's pass interference. The corner never allowed Shane Hall the opportunity to come back and get it, and they're going to call that one every single time.
Yes, they are. Because Shane was trying to get inside to get to that ball, and they was not letting that happen.
That'll be a 15-yarder. It's one of those where Brian Jones probably saying, hey, can we use the NFL rule
exactly.
here? Because it'll be a 30-yard penalty instead of just a 15-yard.
Well, that was a nice pass, but Jake, he threw it up and gave Shane a chance.
And I love that call on 3rd down and 4. You know you're going to go for it. Yes. Give your guy a chance. Moves it down to the 20-yard line into the red zone. Cougars 0 of 1 in the red zone today. After they went turnover on downs at the 7. Couple of negative plays in there.
Yeah. I'm sure we've made some adjustments at halftime. You look at that. They've got 10 guys up within 5 yards of line of scrimmage in the box.
Bratcher under center on 1st down. Gives it to Mudd. Mudd on the carry is bent backwards after a pickup of 3.
Man, I don't know how he got those 3 the way he was bottled up.
And they're going to say, no, that's a gain of 3.
I was going to say.
Our PA announcer, he's not the greatest at knowing how many yards are picking up. That's 3 yards. 2nd and 7, 8:45. If you hear him pick up and he says something, just ignore him.
Yeah.
He's not been right much tonight. 2nd and 7. From the 17 of Hart. Grayson needs to get it down to the 10. First drive of the second half, Grayson trails 14-0 here in the final game of the regular season, giving Mudd another chance. Mudd's hit at the 15, falls forward down to the 13-yard line, it looks like, and 3rd down and 3 comes up for Grayson County. 4 yards on the run for Mudd.
Boy, the way they're stacking 10 in that box, Sam, our outside receiver, if he just run a quick slant, it's a touchdown. There's no deep safety at all.
Shane Hall's down here to the near side. I formation on 3rd and short for Grayson County. They again give it to Mudd. Barrels forward. Mudd is short of the 1st down marker by 1 yard. Down to the 11. 4th down and 1 for Grayson County. And, John, it's weird for me to say this, but this might be the football game early in the 3rd quarter with 7.5 left in the 3rd.
This is the biggest play of the game right now so far.
And this is one of these scenarios where you look up at those big boys up front and you say, boys, remember that McDonald's cheeseburger I bought you?
Exactly.
Earn it right now.
Or I'll buy you another. And you get me in, I'll buy you another cheeseburger.
Or some of those hometown hangout wings.
Yeah. Hey, definitely give me a dozen wings. You see how far I moved the guy in front of me.
If there's one thing offensive linemen are motivated by food.
Exactly.
Absolutely. 4th and 1 for Grayson County. Quarterback sneak. Bratcher, he got it.
If they
easily gets it.
Oh, yeah, they're going to give him one down to the 9.
I think he might have even gotten to the 8, but they're going to say the 9, and you know what? It doesn't matter. Needed 1, gets 2. 1st down, Grayson County.
I guess that's our version of the tush push there.
It'll still be the 10th play of the drive. Started back on their own 39-yard line. 1st down and goal from the 9 for Grayson County. Again, Hart loading up the box on the inside. Bratcher keeps it himself. He goes right side, and he's smashed. He was brought down low, and then the linebacker came high and laid a lick on Bratcher. Picks up 3 down to the 6.
I think if he could have made the pitch as he was falling, Jamison would have walked into the end zone there. That's a dangerous pitch.
He took one heck of a lick, though, on that play from the linebacker who came downhill. Nothing dirty by it, but it was just –
it was a good play.
That's one that Jake will, when he wakes up tomorrow morning, will go, ooh, yeah, it didn't feel too good. 2nd and 6 for Grayson. Touchdown or bust for the Cougars. Bratcher again keeps it. He goes left side, gains about 3, down to the 3. And when you started at the 9, John, and you got 4 plays, 3 yards, they're going to work every time. And a Hart County player, that's kind of weird. He ran off the field, and he is in a lot more pain, clearly, than what led on. Looks like one of the defensive linemen, 3rd down and goal for the 3, will come up for Hart County after the play. I didn't get a number as to who it is.
I just saw him fall down. And
I saw it out of my peripheral, and hopefully he's okay. 5:39 remaining in this 3rd quarter. I want to thank Superintendent Robinson, too, for joining us on Cougar Conversations this week. That injured player is Gage Owens, one of their leading rushers. That's a big loss for Hart County, not just for tonight. If he is injured for moving forward in the playoffs,
that would be devastating.
Appears he's okay.
Yeah.
He's being helped off. Well, is he being helped off by one of his teammates? Maybe not.
No, I think he's just walking real slow.
And this probably is one of these where if you're Chad Griffin, you look at him and you say, hey, we'll see you next week. We'll see you next week.
Definitely. This game don't mean anything. Take the night off.
Now, although, Gage is only a junior, too. If it was a senior, he'd probably be one of those, Coach, I don't care. I don't care. Nope. It's my senior night.
No matter what's going on, I'm playing.
You got the straight jacket? Because other than that, I'm in the game.
Yeah.
Football guy. 3rd down and goal from the 3. Cougars going to go into the gun. Bratcher has mud. Bratcher's going to run it to the right. Looks to toss it. It is incomplete. He was looking for mud. It's incomplete, and Bratcher is slow to get up after the play.
Did they call it a fumble or incomplete?
He is okay, though, is Jake Bratcher. I would call
that
an incomplete.
It was a forward pass.
I would call that an incomplete pass.
But, hey, some of the calls tonight, I didn't know what they would call there.
It was in between Mudd and Bratcher and Tyner.
Yeah.
It's one of those, though, that you got to pitch that.
You do. You got to pitch it. He waited too long.
So it was a speed option.
Yeah, he waited too long to pitch
4th down and goal from the 3. Another huge play for Grayson County. They trail 14-0 in this game against Hart. Raiders 41-7 in the last 4 seasons.
Right.
Toss play, near side. Buster slips, and he's short. Down at the 5-yard line, the turf monster gets Jamison Buster, and the Cougars turn it over on downs inside the 10 for the 2nd time tonight.
We've kind of blown 2 opportunities inside the 10. Can't do that against a team this good.
5:22 left in the first half, in the 3rd quarter. Grayson trails 14-0, and John, that's the thing. You think score a touchdown on both those plays, and
it's a tie ball game.
And even if you miss both the extra points, it's 14-12.
Yeah, exactly.
And that feels a whole lot better than 14-0. Hart will have it on their own 5-yard line. Not great field position for the Raiders. Run play up the middle. It was Crump on the carry. He gets 3. I don't really know why they stopped the clock. Oh, there's a flag. That's
okay.
Why. I never saw the flag come in.
I didn't either. But
where is it?
Oh, it's back here behind the linebackers.
That's a weird place to throw the flag. Let's see what it is. They're taking their time to talk it over. Now I see it. The ball right now is at the 7. They're talking in the midst of Grayson County's defense.
Yeah, I've never not seen that before. I mean, not very often.
They still haven't done any semblance of telling us what this is. Maybe they want a cup of hot chocolate or something? I don't know.
I don't know what they're calling. They're backing us up, though.
We still do not have a call. Holding called against the offense.
Okay.
Sideline warning called against Grayson County. Replay.
Okay.
What? Well, then it should be if it's replay, then the ball should move back to the 5.
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't have. They shouldn't have the ball at the 9.
Because he called holding the ball should not be at the 9-yard line.
No, it's offsetting penalties. It should be back at the 5.
And anyway, the run play didn't get to the 9. I don't know what this is.
And it's still first down.
And now Hart County is taking a timeout here. 5:16 left in this quarter. I don't know what this is, John. I'll tell you what, our friends in stripes have not had the strongest night tonight, and I don't know what that call was. For one, he went like this, and I know you can't see me, but that's sideline warning. And then he called a hold on Hart County, which I guess that would be the second sideline warning on Grayson County, so that would probably be a penalty. But also very odd because I didn't see any outburst from said sideline.
I didn't either.
That's weird. I'm not, and still,
They're
they
still
have it as
huddled up
first
over
down.
there.
They got to talk this over as Hart County takes the timeout. Cougars trail 14-0 in this game with 5:16 left in the third quarter. Sam Gormley and John Decker with you. We again invite you to join us next week as the Cougars will travel to Owensboro, beautiful Rash Stadium. Got to give a shout out to the Hart County cheerleaders. What do we got? We got the Lorax down there. We've got peanut butter and jelly.
We've got
a hot dog.
Unicorn. I saw a rhino earlier, or hippo earlier.
There's a lot of different looks down there in the Minion maybe as well. It is first down and 6. Why? I have no idea.
Me either.
Hart County has it. Run play and stopped after a pickup to the 13-yard line. That was given to Allen. And it's a gain of 4 yards. So it's second down and 2 now for Hart. Again, I wish we could give you a better explanation because I have no explanation as to what just happened. Second and 2 for Hart County. Run play again. Hit. Allen dives forward. His second effort, John, is so good. Up to the 19.
So a gain of 5.
6 on the gain. I mean, he just you hit him immediately and just falls forward to get those extra 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, he does. He just doesn't give up. He keeps going forward.
Positive is, if you're a Grayson County fan, knowing that you'll be hosting this Raider team next year, he's a senior. You don't have to see him again.
That is good to know.
First and 10. There are a lot of seniors on this Hart County squad. They honored him before the game. Another run, and this time bottled up in the middle. Will
Vincent again.
Will's had himself a nice game today. Evan Hasty in there as well. So it was a run for Crump, and they're going to give him 1.
Yeah,
for Will tonight now, that is...
It's his 4th solo tackle tonight. And I don't know how many more he's been in on. But he's playing one of his better games tonight.
Remember to stay tuned in post-game. We'll have our hometown hangout MVP, and Will Vincent very well might be the guy tonight.
He's playing great tonight.
He's definitely in the conversation. 3.5 left here in the third quarter. Cougars trail 14-0. Run play, running into a wall and drop for a loss. Tristan Brooks in there to stop the runner. Drake Thompson carries it, and they're going to give him 1 to the 21. Third down and 8. Listen, if you can get a stop here if you're Grayson, you're back into this game.
Yes, you are.
Third down and 8. I think the defense, for the most part, has played pretty well tonight.
They have. You know, a couple times they got lost on the misdirection, but overall they've played really well.
Third down and 8. Under center. Cougars jump offside. They get back, though.
They got back, and nobody jumped.
And now the whistle's blown, and it is a timeout taken by Hart County. 2:39 left here in the third quarter. We'll take it with them. 14-0 Hart leads. It's Cougar football on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true. We've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
County to pass his shoulders. He's going deep, looking up near side. He's got Allen and is just behind him. And take a deep breath out, because if not, Allen would have been able to do cartwheels into the end zone. He had a step on Jamison Buster, and Allen is slow to get up after the play, and that's the last thing Hart County wants to see. Allen is an excellent player. He fell down weird on that shoulder, and that's the one thing you see sometimes with turf is sometimes it's a little tougher.
It is. It hurts a little more when you hit it.
Did you ever play on turf?
Never.
Because, I mean, was turf even really a thing back? Because you had to get, like, the dinosaurs off the field before you played, right?
Yeah, we did.
Leather helmets, right?
We wasn't quite that bad. We had one bar.
But turf really wasn't a thing then,
wasn't
was it?
back then, no. I don't know unless you made it to Old Cardinal Stadium in the state
Was that even
championship.
turf?
Yeah, I think it was turf. Where they played baseball and stuff there both. I think it was turf back then.
They're looking on
We're looking at his
ankle right now for Allen.
Yeah, they're checking that right ankle out.
Shane Decker, who is much smarter than us, he writes in on the comments and he says that on that play they enforced the hold because it was during the play, kept first down, then enforced the 5-line sideline after the enforcement. So that's what had happened on that play. Weird play. Very weird play back, and Hart County will presumably be forced to punt in this scenario, but again, we're keeping an eye on their best offensive player,
they've lost
Cannon
two
Allen.
of their top 3 backs into injuries here this quarter, and I mean, you don't want to do that going into the playoffs.
It was one of those that
he's not putting any weight.
It was pretty much it was a non-contact
It was.
injury
And
too.
that's the scary injuries.
He's not putting any weight on that right ankle at all. Hopefully it's one of those that you see sometimes when it's colder, that those injuries feel a little bit worse, and it's one of those that he wakes up tomorrow and he's okay.
Yeah, hopefully.
Because I know we'd love to see Hart County go on a nice run in the playoffs once again.
Yeah.
Play Hopkins County Central, who, speaking of Shane Decker, former head coach of Hopkins County Central, was Shane. Connecting it all, right?
It is.
Hart County to punt. Last time the Cougars returned a punt, high snap. It was returned for a touchdown. Caden Tyner catches this at the 50-yard line. Does he have another miracle in him? Tyner hit at the 40-yard line, breaks a tackle, bounces it outside at the 35. Nice return, though, of about 14 yards for Caden Tyner. And Grayson County is going to get excellent field position after the 29-yard punt and a 15-yard return. .221 left in the third quarter. Cougars have it on the 36 of Hart County. Cougars have moved the ball tonight. They just stalled out in the red zone a couple of times. Jake Bratcher, 6 carries for 38. Ethan Mudd now up to 10 for 48 in this game. Cougars averaging 4.4 yards a carry. Listen, you do that, you're going to win some football games.
You are. You just got to, like I say, you can't go over in the red zone. That's the only thing.
The 8th all-time matchup between these two teams. Grayson leads 5-2, but the Raiders have won the last 2. 2:21 left in the third quarter. 14-0 is the score, which was the last score last time these two teams played. A little rugby-style roll. I think it was Jake Bratcher that just kept it himself, and apparently we're playing rugby as he just carries the pile forward to the 31-yard line.
He just, like he was pushing the line, and then all of a sudden he just spun off to the left here and gained 5 yards.
Did you like those as an offensive lineman? Those kind of rugby style?
Oh yeah.
Just
that's something you just love to do.
As a defensive player, did you?
No. No. Usually though, I was lucky enough. I was standing up on the outside. I wasn't down low on defense like that.
You'd be one of the guys running in there to try and push it the other way. 2nd and 5. About 90 seconds left in the third quarter for Grayson County. Handoff to Buster, makes a man miss in the backfield, breaks a tackle at the 30-yard line. He's down near the first down marker. Going to be a yard short, though, it looks like, to the 28. It's a nice job by Buster to break a couple of tackles there in the backfield.
Yeah, and he made a nice little like almost a jump cut after he got through that first one and got a couple extra yards.
Third down and I say 1.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a long one, short two. But yeah,
Hart County fans come to life.
I will say this: they've got a nice crowd here tonight.
It is. They've all got their blankets out and the cowbells rolling. Ratcher gonna pop under center. He's got to get this play off. Now he's gonna go into the shotgun. Bratcher takes the shotgun snap. Pass looking near side, looking for Shane Hall, and it's underthrown and nearly intercepted by Hart County. So it's dropped.
That ain't good.
Rice is on the play, and is it Bratcher hurt after the play? A little slow to get up. As he underthrew that ball, he was, I think, being pressured as he threw it.
Yeah, I think he was getting pressure right on him. He took a big hit after that.
4th down and 2 for Grayson. It's been this play that the Cougars have struggled in today.
Yeah, they've had this same opportunity twice, and we came up empty inside the red zone.
Inside the 10, too.
Yeah, inside
even
the
like
10,
the
Which
extreme red zone.
Got a little bit more room to work maybe here.
You do. Ratcher goes under center. 4th down and 2. Does Hart County's defense have another answer? Motion shift Beasley as the H-back goes to the right side to the left side of the line. Hart County showing pressure, and Brian Jones will take a timeout with 37 seconds left.
That's a good timeout.
That is, I believe, his first timeout he's taken here in this half of play. Try to see if I can't find a score or two. Final score, Franklin County defeats Bowling Green 28-18.
Sam,
that is a final.
That's a first losing season in several years.
What was my stat last week?
Like 83?
Yes, I think it was something like that, yeah. But I'll tell you what, if I was a team and I saw 4 and 6 Bowling Green, nope, no thanks. they got Graves because they got some good athletes.
They do, you know.
Bardstown leads Washington County 48-7. McLean over Ohio 36-7. Early third quarter. Atherton leads North Oldham now 42-7.
Wow. I
thought
thought they'd be a little closer game than that.
Let's see what else we can find. Owensboro, Cougars opponents next week, 51-3 over Henderson County.
Is that a final?
No, it is not. Owensboro Catholic all over E-Town. It doesn't say how much time's left in that game. I love it. I can't tell what drives me crazier is when they put in like this one. Cougars lead the Raiders 7-0. I can't tell if that bugs me more or not giving a score up, giving a time.
Yeah.
Because I don't always know.
Yeah.
Who the Eagles are. There's a couple of them.
Yeah, exactly.
4th down and 2 for Grayson County. They need to get it down to the 26. Toss play to Buster. He's looking for the edge. Got it. First down, Grayson County. He's down inside the 25-yard line, down to about the 21. Nice run for Jamison Buster on the carry.
Nice run.
And we'll see where they place this. They only give him the 23. It's only 5 yards, but you know what? You needed 2.
That's true.
Who cares?
But I thought
you got that first down.
21.
I did as well. That's what I called it. And the Cougars will take this to the quarter break. They trail 14-0, but they'll have it first down and 10 at the Hart County 23-yard line when we come back, as this is Cougar football on K105.
For each life moment, your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. Your kids may be eligible now, even if you've applied before. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Get started now at insurekidsnow.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect
From Hart County High School, John, we both win is the scariest things we know ourselves.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrifying.
That's rough.
First down and 10 for Grayson. That's the thing. You're down 14-0 as you start this quarter. But you have the ball now. You punch in a touchdown, get a stop.
You're back in the game.
You got yourself a chance. Especially with, we mentioned the injury to Allen in there for Hart County. That's one of their best players.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if he's back out on.
First down and 10. Run play for Mudd. Breaks a tackle. He's inside the 20-yard line, down to the 15. Nice run for Ethan Mudd. He broke a tackle in the backfield and gains 8.
That's one of Ethan's best runs of the night. He had it once for 17, but other than that was a really good run.
Second down 2 for Grayson. And you're in this weird scenario where you're not in a rush, but you're not in a rush.
Yeah.
Because with Hart County, how long their drives can be, you want to make sure you score.
That County, I was a little surprised that Coach Jones didn't run that last play with about 20 seconds left in the third quarter just because you're down 2 scores.
11:15 left, third quarter. Under center. Goes Mudd. It is a run to Mudd. Stiff arms a tackler. He's inside the 15, down to about the 10. Nice run for Ethan Mudd. First down, Grayson County. Give him 5 yards. Stiff armed a tackler at the line of scrimmage.
Yes, he did. He made a good stiff arm to get the first down.
Now the Cougars in the red zone, where they're 0 for 2 tonight. That's the difference in the game.
It is. Right now, you'd be going up for the lead if you'd have scored the first 2 times inside of 10.
Bratcher under center. Mudd the fullback. Buster the deep back. Bratcher gives to Mudd. He's going to push Mudd forward inside the 10-yard line. Kind of a modified tush push to the fullback. Looks like he gets it down to the 7. At least that's what the far side judge says.
That's what
No,
this
they're
one
going
here
to say
says the 8, yeah.
And that is what it is. Gain of 2 for Mudd. You got to score a touchdown here.
You do. And, I think on both possessions that we didn't score, we tried a deep pass on third down, and then you kind of get, instead of getting 2 runs to get 3 yards, you got 1 run to get 3 yards, and it makes a little difference.
Mudd now up to 63 yards on the ground after only having, 13 at the half?
Well, he's 17 at half, and he had 17 on the first run of the second half. He matched it.
Bratcher under center, gives it to Mudd again, and he's bottled up immediately. Mudd picks up about 1, maybe, if they're feeling generous.
I don't think they're going to give
maybe half a yard.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Crump came in to make contact, and now you're third down and goal from the 8.
I'd like to see him run a little reverse with Tyner here.
And see, what was interesting there, and maybe you're setting something up, is Buster was the running back there, and he motioned out to where you could hit him for a swing pass if you want. Maybe you're trying to see if you can get Hart County to bite on that.
Yeah,
He's probably trying to get a linebacker to vacate the box on that.
And I don't think anyone went with him, and I'm thinking, well, if you could come back to that, maybe. But no, we're going.
Third down from the 8 for Grayson County. They need a touchdown. Bratcher to pass. 4 wide receivers looking. End zone. Touchdown, Grayson County. Shane Hall pulls it in from 8 yards out, and the Cougs are right back in it.
Shane could not have been any more wide open, Sam. I believe me and you could have threw that one in there.
I don't know. We won't get too crazy here, but Grayson County, though, has gotten it. 9:03 left here in the ball game. Jake Bratcher from 8 yards out finds Shane Hall. Shane's second receiving touchdown of the season. Lane Beasley on to attempt the extra point this season. He is 15 of 20. He was 0 of 1 last week. Good snap, good hold. The kick is long enough, and he put it through. It's 14-7, 9:03 left. It's a ball game here in Munfordville. This is Cougar football on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
14-7, Grayson County trails. 9:03 left in this game after the 8-yard touchdown pass to Shane Hall. Cougars will kick off from left to right, giving the ball back to Hart County. There's a booming kick over to the far side. It's caught back at about the 17-yard line by Hart County. He's up to the far side to the 30, hit at the 35 and dropped. And that's where the Hart County Raider offense is going to come out. Again, we've been watching Cannon Allen, and John, right now I do not see him out there. Their leading rusher. He's been working on an ankle, and this might be one of these scenarios where if you're Chad Griffin, you have to protect the player.
You do. You know, this game isn't important, the playoffs are, so you got to protect him from any farther injury.
8:56 remaining in the game. Hart County has it on their own 35. See what this defense can do. As Allen today is 15 carries for 106. Crump 9 for 57. That's 2 big runs in there. So they've kind of held him, and he's broken a couple of big ones, which obviously all count the same. And Gage Owens also went out with an injury earlier. Run, far side, wrapped up. Camden Cornwell in on the tackle for Grayson County after a 2-yard run for Crump. Or actually, it was Owens. So Owens is back in there. Good to see him back out there for Hart County. After he left with an injury, he was the player that went down, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember. Was it the end of the first half?
With an ankle or something. It was on the last time where Cougars went turnover on downs in the red zone to start the third quarter. 8.5 left here in the ball game. Cougars trail 14-7. They do have 2 timeouts remaining. Something to keep in mind. Still a little early for that, though. 2nd and 8. Another run play. Hit! Ball comes out! Grayson's got it! Lot of space! Ethan Mudd! Touchdown, Grayson County! Ethan Mudd picks up the fumble, and the Cougars are within 1!
Man,
oh, my goodness!
Ethan, Christmas came early. That was a present for him right there with nothing but green grass in front of him.
What are we saying? About 25 yards?
Oh,
maybe even 20.
Yeah, probably 25, yeah. 25-yard scoop and score.
Ethan Mudd, fumble recovery to the house. And the Cougars will have a chance to tie this game up. Sometimes it's good to have a break.
Let's see if that score comes up when I did today.
Let's see. Here comes the extra point. Slow snap. Beasley gets it away, and I think missed it wide left. And he did.
Yes.
It is 14-13, 8:10 left in the ball game. This is Cougar football on K105.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
A fumble recovery for a touchdown, but the Cougars missed the extra point. It is 14-13. Hart County is up by 1. I will say to our radio audience, or to our YouTube audience, we're dealing with technical difficulties. We're going to try and not have our device die on you. But if it does, we will bring it back to you as soon as we can. As here comes the kick back to the 17-yard line for Hart County. and dropped at the 31. Nice return. Late penalty flag comes in.
Holding.
I think it is going to be a hold on Hart County.
Yeah, I mean, they just tackled Jace McAllister out there.
That's going to move this ball back. So Grayson has made it 14-13 here. Let's see where they'll end up placing this back as they'll move it back to the 14-yard line. With 8:04 left, it is a 1-point game. Hart County has struggled moving the ball a little bit more in this second half. It's a run play for Crump. He goes right side. Not much there. Cougar defense wraps him up. As it gets to the 16-yard line, they'll give him 2 on the run for Crump.
Camden Cornwell come up really excited there. He made a good tackle. Defense is playing with a little fire behind them right now.
They definitely are here. Second down and 8 for Hart County. Let's see what the Raiders do as it's 14-13. Shoulders going to keep it himself. He goes right side, wrapped up. He'll be about 3 yards short as it goes across that far side. They're going to say to the 21. It's a 5-yard run, though, by Shoulders.
Big play here on third down.
Third down coming up for Hart County. This is a massive play. Whistle blown. Chad Griffin is going to take his final timeout. John, that's something to keep an eye on. That's the final timeout.
I noticed since Allen's went out of the game, they've beefed up the interior defensive line. They brought Brooks in. They've got Will, and they got somebody else over on the left side. I couldn't tell who it was, but I think they're expecting more runs up the middle.
Again, if you are watching with us today, if our stream disappears, bear with us. I am right now, John, you're seeing me like I have like 6 hands right now trying to create our backup plan.
Yeah.
I'm just going to produce on the air. What percent are we at now? We're working on it here. Third down coming up for Hart County. They need to get it up to the 24. Third down and 3 for the Raiders. Under center. Toss play far side, and that looks like a first down, but a hold probably coming in here on Hart County.
Camden Cornwell made a nice stop
It's right at the first down marker.
It's close, but there was a flag came flying in from back.
And that is thrown in what you would think is probably a hold. Hart County's moving in the vicinity as it is.
I was going to say.
That now will make it third down and long for the Raiders.
I think your receiver was trying to seal that block on the end, and he was just grabbed a hold of those shoulder pads.
And I believe it is a hold.
Yeah. Yeah, he was trying to seal him on that outside, and he grabbed those shoulder pads. And you're going to get caught pretty easy on that outside if you do that.
Third down and 10 now for the Raiders. Can the Cougar defense come up with another big stop?
They're going to have to watch that pass now, that play action pass.
Third down from the 10. Rolling out his shoulders. He throws off into the flat. The pass is caught. Brought down short, though. Big tackle made at the 22-yard line by Grayson County. They give it to Crump, and it'll bring up 4th down at about 2.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Who was that? Oh, that was Caden Tyner.
Caden Tyner makes the tackle of the year.
Out here in open space, he did an excellent job.
And Hart County, I think you have to punt here. With 5:50 left, you got to, don't you?
With the lead, you got to, I would think. If I'm coaching, you do.
But as we say, you're not, and they are to punt. Grayson's going to get the ball back down by 1 with 5:36 left in the game. And whistle blown before the play. Brian Jones is going to take a timeout. 5:29 left in the game. Grayson County is down by 1 as we'll take it with them. This is Cougar Football on K105.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
When you bundle home and auto, good things can happen. You get a local agent who can help you choose the right coverage for you at a price that's right for you.
Call State Farm agent Duda Hudson in Litchfield today.
It's Kyle's last spin on his turntable.
Yeah.
And the first day of Kira's new career in IT. When you donate to Goodwill, you help provide skills training and career placement. And the things you love start a new life too.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together.
Welcome back here to Hart County High School. 4th down coming up for Hart County. Brian Jones is having a very long conversation with the officials right now. I like our friend in front of us. Yeah, he's not been happy. Brian Jones is hot right now on the sideline. This is where you got to be careful too. But also as an official, you need to realize it's a 1-point game, 5.5 to go. You let it go a little longer, and at some point he probably just turns away and walks away.
Yeah. And when he walks off, you got to go back to the sideline.
Brian Jones has not been happy much of the evening with our friends in stripes.
Okay, Brian's shaking his head like, okay.
It is a 14-13 Hart County lead. The Raiders will punt to the Cougars with 5:29 left.
Needs to watch this guy for a fake over.
Here comes, and it is a fake. Thrown by Hart County, and it's incomplete! He drops it over the far side. Drake Thompson, the Cougs are going to get excellent field position.
That's giving the game. I mean, I can't understand that. That's giving the game away if you don't watch it.
As they throw it over into the flathead, Drake Thompson open, and he just drops it. Cougars will have the ball now on the Hart County 22-yard line with 5:25 left.
And they have no timeouts.
They do not.
Hart County has no timeouts. So
Cougars have one.
If we can
down by one.
If we can put one of the typical Cougar drives together, we could just about run this clock out.
Well, 5:25.
I know in a short field, but we could make it rough on it. Just score here.
Or you can score in the first play. Yeah. That's fine with me, too.
That's fine with me.
Let's see what they do. 5:25 left. The fans come to life. Hart County hasn't lost a regular season game here in over 3 years. Bratcher keeps it himself. Ripped it away from Ethan Mudd. Rolls it across left side and goes down to the 19-yard line. 3 on the run for Jake Bratcher.
Well, I will say this. The one thing about it, we got 2 guys that can kick a field goal from here right now if we have to have it. We get the snap down.
But I'm sure it's one of those scenarios where if you're Brian Jones,
you don't want to have to do that.
Nope. You're thinking, we're scoring a touchdown.
Yeah.
2nd down, 7 for Grayson County. Just inside the red zone. The Cougars are 1 for 3 in the red zone tonight. Run play. Buster tripped at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward down to the 16. Gains 3. 3rd down and 4 will come up. Or maybe they're only going to say the 17. It's only a gain of 2, rather. Big play coming up. 3rd down and 5 for Grayson County. 4:20 remaining in the game. The Cougars trail 14-13.
You notice if he's trying to keep that ball in the middle between the hash marks, I've noticed.
Bratcher goes under center. 3rd down and 5 for Grayson County. And a whistle blown, and it's offside called against Hart County, I believe. The official is signaling offside. Dead ball offside called against Hart County. 1st down, Grayson County.
Should be a first down.
I believe it is. It was 3rd and 5.
It's going to be
so
close.
It's either going to be first down or
3rd and inches. No, he's a signal on 1st down.
1st down, Grayson County moves the ball back down to the 12-yard line.
How many times has Jake got the opponent with that count this year?
It has worked. It's been 6 or 7 times. So we got to make sure to ask Brian Jones about that postgame.
I mean, I think he does as good as any high school quarterback I've seen do that.
3:45 and counting now in the game. Grayson trails by 1. They have it on the Hart 13. Bratcher hurdles a man. He's down inside the 10-yard line.
I mean, he literally hurdled somebody there.
And that is technically a penalty to hurdle a player, which I honestly don't think it should be a penalty.
Lamar Jackson sold a lot of T-shirts where he hurdled someone, so.
In the KHSCA, though.
Yeah, I know, high school it is.
But I think that was one
he
where.
He really jumped. He didn't really
He wasn't
hurdle
in
him.
space.
No.
2nd down and 7. I formation. Bratcher under center. Clock continues to run. Hart County can't stop it. Buster stretches it left side, and he's hit. Loss of 1 on the play.
Somebody's hurt for Grayson County. I can't see
on the
who
far
it
side.
is.
3rd down and 8. Clock continues to run. Again, the
it's
Cougars
Evan
only
Hasty.
down by 1. They are in field goal range if they want to take that.
Yeah.
That would put them up by 1.
Yes, it would.
Or would put them up by 2,
2.
rather. Although really 1 or 2, there's really not a whole lot of
we're
difference.
down to 5 seconds, or 10 seconds, guys. Let's go get this play off.
3rd down and 8 for Grayson County. Cougars do have that 1 timeout. You might need to take it here.
Right.
Yep, and they do. No, the penalty flag comes out. Is that a delay of game?
It is. I saw him do the 5 seconds when they.
And again, our head official needs to realize that is not a delay of game.
But
Signal.
I
it
saw
is a delay of game.
Him down to 5, and Jake was audible.
And honestly, that's one of those probably on Brian Jones. Yeah. You need to be aware of that. You need to take a timeout.
Yeah.
Moves it back to the 15. You have that 1 timeout.
Yeah, you had to use it there.
Now the pro is that runs the clock
That's
again.
another 40 seconds to run off the clock.
Which,
if you score, is a big difference.
But, I mean, this is it. This is the game here. With under 2 minutes now left, you're down by 1.
Why are we breaking the huddle with under 10 seconds?
Cougars need to get this play off.
They've got to.
And it is a run play. Penalty flag comes in.
The wide receiver wasn't set.
And that's going to be 5 yards back. And Grayson's just shooting themselves in the foot, and they're pushing themselves out of field goal range potentially.
Yes, they are. Somebody's not getting a play in fast enough.
Dead ball, false start called against Grayson County. Moving it back to the 20. You're now looking at a 38-yard field goal, and you're out of field goal range
You
now.
are. I mean, you're pushing Lane Beasley to the – well, you're actually looking at a 37.
You're probably looking at Evan Hasty right
probably.
now.
And he's hurt. He was limping earlier.
Hasty does have a leg, but I'm not sure that's necessarily what you were wanting here.
But you know what?
3rd down and 19 for Grayson County. You're shooting yourself to the foot on this drive.
You are. And that's like say that's a 37-yard attempt. That's a long attempt in high school.
It is. Where's James Gaither?
Yeah, exactly.
He got any eligibility left? 3rd down and 19 for Grayson. They can pick up a 1st down with 1:44 left. They trail by 1. Bratcher to pass. Being pressured. Bratcher rolls out near side, keeps his eyes up, looking, throwing into double coverage in the end zone. It's intercepted by Hart County. Intercepted in the end zone by Hart County, and that'll do it. The Raiders will win this football game 14-13. That's one you probably should have just thrown away.
You should have thrown it away.
If it's fourth down?
Yeah, it's fourth down, you make that throw. But, Jake was trying to make something happen to win a ball game. And
Hart County will win this 14-13, barring something. Cougars had their chance. Had a couple of them.
They did.
1 for 3 in the red zone tonight, though.
That gets you beat.
Or 1 for 4.
Yeah, 1 for 4.
1 for 4 in the red
You're
zone.
not going to win against very many good teams doing that. Aren't very many teams at all, but especially a good team.
And Hart County can just go into the victory formation. Cougars can stop at once.
I'm sure Coach Jones will tell you after the game that you got to convert in the red zone a lot better.
Hart County's going to run a play. They run it right side. Why are you running a play?
I don't know.
They run it right side.
You fumbled there.
Yeah, and if you're Grayson, you're ripping.
You're stripping the ball.
You're saying like that ball like it's a Snickers bar in the pot.
Yeah.
It was a run. What are we getting it up to?
They get 3 yards on that.
To the 23.
That's the thing here. You look at is at least the 7th tackle Camden Cornwell's made tonight.
Him and Will Vincent have both played big
really
games tonight. Ethan Mudd had the big fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Our defense has played really well.
I think our defense has played great, yeah.
We just got to have offensive production. I don't know. I'm not running the ball on that. I'm taking 3 kneel downs. You know what?
Yeah, because, I'm looking here. If they get the ball, you're there's too much risk.
Yeah. You've already fumbled. The worst thing here is if you bad snap, but you fumble out there in the open, you see what could happen.
I think you got to go in victory formation. I just don't think it's smart to not.
They're not. Well, maybe they are.
Now it looks like,
no, they're still in their wing tee.
You can still kneel it from the wing tee.
But they're sending people in motion, though.
You don't usually see a motion on a kneel down.
No.
And it's a toss play to the high side of the field, and that's a first down for Hart County. And a penalty flag comes in. That's a hold.
I'm thinking it's going to be a – oh, he's back in. Allen.
Why are you – this is just – honestly,
nothing
John,
good can happen for them.
It's not smart.
No. Really bad coaching.
And the clock is running right now, and it should not be running. They're going to need to put 30 seconds back on this clock.
There was 1:26 or 7, I know.
Yeah, they'll need to put at least 30 seconds on this clock. It is a hold going to be called on Hart County, and you need to put at least 30 seconds on this clock. And the official down on the near side needs to be communicating with that. There needs to be at least 30 seconds.
$122.
122 is what they're trying to put on the clock. Second down and 12. 122 remaining in the game. You just got to kneel this.
Something bad's going to happen. I'll tell you. Now they are now.
Yes. And I don't know why you weren't doing this to begin with.
I don't either.
There's your kneel down. 40 seconds. Yeah, the game is over. Hart County will move to finish 8-2. Cougars finish the season 4-6, but another valiant effort against a really good team. And now I don't know what are we stopping the clock for? Now what?
What are they stopping at? Nobody has a timeout. Neither team has a timeout.
I have no idea what's happening now, John.
I don't either. This is some of the most.
Well, wind the clock. Yes, it should be. The clock should be winding.
Okay, now there's no way this back judge here knows what's on the play clock after all that.
They'll just be able to snap it one more time. Cougars had their chance.
Yeah.
But those back-to-back penalties, a delay of game.
Yeah, you can't have those.
And an illegal motion is the difference. And there it is, throwing the kneel down. They will not need to snap it again. The Hart County Raiders survive at home tonight by the final score of 14-13. What an effort by Grayson County tonight, but it does end up in the favor of Hart County. Again, your final score, 14-13, as this is Cougar football on K105.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.